It's time for Eufaula High football with Doug Applin, Keith Bryan, John Wayne Robinson, and Jimmy Simmons.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Andalusia, Alabama Memorial Stadium on the campus of Andalusia High School. Very, very nice venue here the Tigers roll into tonight as they take on the Andalusia Bulldogs. Andalusia comes into tonight's game with a 4-3 record on the season. A 3-4 record on the season. Eufaula comes in 4-3 on the season. Andalusia is 2-1 in region play, whereas Eufaula comes in at 3-1. So important game for the Tigers of Eufaula if they want to secure the second place in the region play this season and host the first round playoff game. Andalusia still has those same aspirations themselves as they've lost to Charles Henderson so far this year. They've yet to play Catholic. They will do that in their final game of the year, the same night that Eufaula plays Charles Henderson. Andalusia will host Catholic here on the same field here 2 weeks from tonight. But if you look at common opponents on the season, Andalusia, of course, this is a proud program here, a lot of tradition. These fans really get into football. You can tell. Super nice facility. We understand. We were told, we heard $6 million they spent on this renovation. Then we heard $13 million was actually spent 5 years ago on this renovation. But very, very nice. Went to the press box on the far side of the field. It really seems like you're at a college stadium when you're up in that press box. It's very nice. But if you look at common opponents, there are two of them. Both region opponents, Headland and Greenville, are the two common opponents. So in the third week of the season, which was September 6th, that was the week before Headland and Eufaula played. Andalusia actually made the trip to Headland. They defeated the Rams 24-6. Of course, the very next week, Eufaula rolled into Headland. They defeated the Rams 34-6. Then the next week was Andalusia's homecoming. They hosted Greenville here the fourth week of the season on September 13th, 1 month ago. Greenville actually jumped out to a 24-0 lead in the first half of play before Andalusia stormed back to take a 26-24 victory. So if you look at common opponents, Eufaula has outscored the common opponents by a score of 36-3 in those two games. Andalusia's average scoring 25 points per game while giving up 15. So game is not played on paper, but if you play this game on paper, Eufaula has a slight edge. But the fact that it is here in Andalusia, the Tigers had to travel a couple hours away. And Andalusia's playing for their playoff lives. Very important game tonight between the Tigers and the Bulldogs.
My question, Keith, was hearing you talk about that. So if Andalusia was to lose this game tonight, they would still have a shot, but it would, kind of like Eufaula. Eufaula needs to win. You control your own destiny. Seems like every year when we control our own destiny, we got to stump our toes somehow and rely on somebody else. But it's like Eufaula's in at number 4 now for sure. And if we win the next one, you're in at number 3 for sure. And if you win the last region game, you're in at number 2 for sure. So you can steadily climb the ladder.
I think that if with the fact they've already defeated Greenville and Headland, they probably are in great shape for the 4th playoff spot. Number 4 in the region. They could lose here.
Well, if it was Catholic, us, Charles Henderson, and Andalusia, they've lost to Charles Henderson, and if they beat us, it could be one of those 3-way tie things.
That's true. That's true. If they beat us, I was just thinking if they lose to us, then they beat Carroll next week. They're in the playoffs. They would be the 4th seed more than likely. They would be the 4th seed because Catholic the last game of the season. I don't see anyone in this region defeating Catholic this year.
I don't see anyone in this state pretty much.
Yeah.
Catholic's very good. But, so far, like you said, looking at it, Eufaula fared against Catholic as good as anybody. So, you like to line up and have your shot later on. Of course, that comes up 3rd or 4th. So, some interesting brackets released this week. If you can keep winning, it doesn't matter about the early county game, but they can keep winning the region games. All things considered, you're sitting right about where, if you could put yourself in the map anywhere other than that first place seed the Catholic has, you'd put yourself right where Eufaula has a chance of being.
Yeah, and would not play Catholic until the fourth round, the semifinals. So that would be a definite advantage, not meeting them until that deep into the playoffs. So anyway, the Tigers need to take care of business tonight. 48 minutes here in Andalusia against a program. And like we said, the Tigers and the Bulldogs have not played in 38 years. So
before we go to break, remember to go and under comments, Mid-South Bank, if Tigers return kickoff to start the first half, start the second half, you could be in the drawing for $100 if you go in and comment Mid-South Bank under the comments on Facebook. Be sure to get your name in. Somebody's going to win that this year. I think maybe we'll meet with Jerry next week at the week off or something. And if it doesn't happen here tonight, maybe we'll expand it to punt returns or something. We'll get with Mr. Jerry and see. But be sure to go in and comment Mid-South Bank to be eligible for that $100 giveaway.
Well, sounds good. Well, we will take a break. We'll be back with more of the Tiger pregame show after this timeout.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
Good call or bad call, officials always have the final say in sports. And at Alpha Insurance, we know it's important for you to have the final say on the insurance plan we build for you. You'll have peace of mind knowing we will work hard to get you the lowest rates and best discounts available. Alpha Insurance, always a good call. In Eufaula, call Alpha Agent Keith Bryan at 334-687-8268 or stop by our office at 1326A South Eufaula Avenue.
Precision Body Works is a state-of-the-art collision facility dedicated to providing customers with outstanding service and a quality repair experience. We have been serving Eufaula and surrounding areas for over 20 years and have earned a reputation as being a premier collision repair center. Precision Body Works uses environmentally friendly PPG water-based paint and also offers 24-hour record service as well as top-of-the-line accessories from such brands as Cam Locker, Ranch Hand, Retrax, Weston, and WeatherTech. We are located at 1210 North Eufaula Avenue or call us at 334-687-4700.
When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
With the world changing all around us, everyone needs to be covered by insurance. So give Eric Glover with the Glover Agency a call and talk with Eric about auto, home, life, or last week's football game. Whatever your insurance needs, let Eric talk to you about being covered. The Glover Agency is located at 145 East Broad Street, Eufaula, Alabama. Call 334-687-0358.
Benny Whitehead Incorporated has called Eufaula home since 1965. Today, the family-owned business owns and operates 119 tractors and trailers and employs over 150 people. Benny Whitehead is nationally known as a leader in safety and keeping the air clean and fuel consumption low. Benny Whitehead Incorporated loves Eufaula and would like to wish Lakeside and Eufaula safe and successful seasons.
I think it's John Wayne.
Oh, he said your mic was hot.
Yeah, I'm going to just push it away from my head a little bit. That's the easiest way to adjust it, not fool with anything.
Gotcha. That's little cheerleaders.
The family at Impressive Collision Center has been in business since 1940.
That's impressive.
Your transportation is one of the largest investments you have, so keep it looking new at Impressive. From a major crash to a small dent, Impressive can help.
Now Impressive.
They work closely with all insurance companies and give you a great price on your minor mishaps.
Wow, impressive.
And don't forget to check out all the accessories from install winches, brush guards, and bed covers.
Impressive. Give them a call. Impressive Collision Center, 317 South Eufaula Avenue, 334-687-4400.
Somebody cannot come to us, we go to them. It's something that we do on a regular basis, something we don't mind doing, and we work on a contingency basis.
No one has to pay us any money up front.
They do not have to pay us unless we collect for them. Unless we are successful in resolving their case through a settlement or through trial.
They don't have to pay us any money unless we get favorable results for them. If you're hurt in a car wreck, call Penn and Seaborn. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services
Easy Metal Building Kits, pole barns, and metal roofing supplies. APEC Metal Express carries multiple kit sizes and colors with at-home DIY instruction. APEC Metal Express. Fast delivery, superior quality, excellent customer service.
We're back in Andalusia. We're counting down to kickoff, we think. Because the scoreboard, we talked about how nice this facility is. It is nice for the home side, but unfortunately, we're broadcasting from the visiting side. They've got a booth that's bigger than we had last week at Greenville. We're thankful for that. But the actual scoreboard is directly to my left, which we cannot see. It's at a diagonal angle facing the home side. The visiting side can't even see it good. I guess they can if they turn and look over their left shoulder. But we have to lean out the window, literally stick our head out the window to see the time and score. So, folks, if we don't call the time on the clock as much tonight as we normally do, that's the reason. So, but otherwise, field turf field here. Like I said, the press box over there is very tall. It's got two stories. I guess Jimmy's probably got the camera on it at some point, you can see it. The bottom level is like a luxury suite. They're serving food in there, some kind of alumni type thing. There's old jerseys on the wall. Upstairs is very nice, but just not very many booths. They've got a big booth for the radio. They've got the center section, I guess they film out of. And then on the right, they have their PA announcer and whoever else wants to hang out up there. But no place for the visiting radio, visiting TV, or anything like that. So this is 2 weeks in a row we've been to very nice stadium facilities, but in reality, we've not been in as good a location as we were at certainly at Greenville. In their old stadium, we had a larger area to work with, and here we are we're maybe 20 feet above the playing surface height-wise. So it is what it is, and we'll make do with it, and hopefully the Tigers will play well tonight. Had many people ask me this week what I thought about this ball game, and of course, Doug, I'm sure you probably said the same. It depends on the Eufaula team. The good Eufaula team showed up last week. It's a young team, but they played well. 38-0 shutout of Greenville was a very impressive win. Greenville really only threatened offensively one time. They had one deep drive that got down to maybe the 25-yard line or so. That's when we had the pick six that went back for a touchdown. And after that, it never was really in jeopardy after that.
Yeah, you just don't know. If you see the Eufaula team that showed up at Russell County or the one that showed up last week, you feel real good about anything that Andalusia could throw at you. We know they changed some things this week and got some surprises for Eufaula. But there's one thing about this Andalusia crew that makes me wonder a little bit, Keith. Almost every game they've been in, they fought back when they fell behind to Greenville. It was their homecoming. They got caught off guard. Greenville jumped out. I think it was 24-0. They had to come back and beat them. They've been in some close ball games this year. I think it was Beauregard was another close game that they were in, kind of came down to the wire. They know how to win the close ones. They're not going to panic. So, I'd sure rather be ahead than if it goes down to the wire. They're going to be calm and poised, and they've been there and done that several times already this year.
Well, they have played close games, as you alluded to. They opened up at Enterprise, or with Enterprise here. Of course, Enterprise, a 7A school. The Tigers don't want any more of Enterprise. We lost to them in a lopsided score last year. But they lost to Enterprise 35-7 in the first week of the season. Then they lost to Hillcrest Evergreen 13-10 at Hillcrest Evergreen the second week of the season. Then, of course, we mentioned the Headland game. They won at Headland 24-6. Then they hosted Greenville on homecoming and came from behind to win 26-24. Then they hosted Pace, Florida. Now, we don't know anything much about Pace, Florida, other than they're down there just north of Pensacola. So they lost to Pace, Florida 42-13. Then at Beauregard, they won that close game 28-27. Then last week, they were on the road in Troy, taking the Charleston Trojans, and they came up short 28-12 in that game. Overall, 3-4 on the season.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting game tonight. We're trying to see. I'm going to tell you what, I'm like you, Keith. I can't believe what a nice job they did. Great stadium. They need another scoreboard somewhere because you can't see over here. Actually, a Eufaula sideline, it would be very tough. They do have play clocks. But as far as the scoreboard, they're looking right at it over on the far side, the Andalusia side. Eufaula's going to have a hard time seeing it with people on the sideline. They're going to have to make an effort to look away from the field to see what's going on. But it is what it is, and we'll see. Can't see how long it says before we get started here. But we'll take another commercial break and be back with more Eufaula High School football right after this timeout.
At Mid-South Bank, we pride ourselves on being the friendliest and most helpful bank in town. For over 100 years, we've been helping families prosper and helping businesses grow. Mid-South Bank is a local bank with local people making local decisions. We're a community bank who will always be there when you need us. Whatever banking services you need, we're here to help. Visit us today or online at bankmidsouth.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Glover Funeral Home, family means everything. Owned and operated by Kendall and Caroline Hanahan Glover. We live by our motto, our family serving your family. We treat each family we serve as one of our own, providing care and support during your time of need. Our dedicated staff is available 24/7 by email, phone, or in person. When you need us most, Glover Funeral Home is here for you because family always comes first.
In 1983, the first mobile phone was introduced to the public by the Motorola Company, and that was the same year Pam Freeman started her State Farm business. For 40 years, both have saved time and money. Whether it's auto, homeowners, condo renters, personal articles, business, life, or health, Pam Freeman State Farm has been there for you. Call Pam's office and let Kathy Bennett help you with all your quotes and needs. You won't find a more helpful staff anywhere. Come by and see them at 322 East Barber Street in Eufaula or call 687-7034.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
I'm Matt Aver, the new pastor of First United Methodist right here in Eufaula. We'd love for you to join us on Sundays at 10 for worship. We also have Sunday school at 8:45. You can check us out on our social media or our website. We look forward to seeing you. Go Tigers.
R.W. Wingate & Company is a full-service accounting firm and a supporter of Eufaula High Athletics. They are located at 102 North Orange Avenue, Eufaula, Alabama, but licensed in multiple states. Richard W. Wingate has over 25 years' experience in public accounting, and the firm's services include personal and business tax preparation, bookkeeping, sales tax preparation, payroll services, audit of nonprofit and government entities, and business consultation. When doing extra is the point, contact R.W. Wingate & Company for your accounting needs.
Back. Keith.
Yeah.
Back.
Oh, we're back at Andalusia. As we said, we're just trying to get ready here, folks, for this. We're super nice facility. We've already hit on this a time or two, but where we're set up, not the best, but we'll certainly make do. We've
I can do one more.
Worse locations than this.
Yeah,
but
there's only one more.
I cannot be more complimentary of the experience for the home crowd. And maybe even for the visitors. The visiting bleachers are nice, but this stadium has a terrace kind of all the way around the end zone to the far end. And there are people, there are picnic tables, there are people sitting in lounge chairs all around that end zone. It's really nice. It's kind of down. I guess you'd say it's bermed up on the school side and around that end zone. There's a field house on the far end, but very, very nice venue here. One of the nicest high school football stadiums on campus. Dedicated high school stadiums you're going to find around for this size school in the state of Alabama. Very, very nice. The reserve seat section is from 40-yard line to 40-yard line. True chair back, comfortable reserve seating up there. Anyway, we are getting close to kickoff. It is, I guess the Tigers, Doug, are going to have to walk all the way down here to run through their line on the far end. As I guess they're in the field house on the far end. Andalusia, we saw go up the hill to the gymnasium. Looks like I guess that's them outside the gym. I don't know why they would climb the hill, but they've got a inflatable A with bulldogs on it over here on the far corner of the end zone to run through. So
if it's about a 90-degree night, I'd be in favor for them to climb that hill a few more times.
That's right. It is going to be a very nice night. Going to be a probably the first real football weather we've had, and we are having the indication. And I guess we'll pause for a moment.
We can take a break.
Now that we have your attention, call Lauren Streeter with Lake Home Realty for all of your real estate needs. Don't suffer in the summer heat. Benefield's Heating and Cooling in Eufaula has you covered. Locally owned and operated, licensed and bonded, we're your trusted Bryant Factory authorized dealer. And just like Brian says, we service everything we sell. So stay cool all summer long with Benefield's Heating and Cooling. Call 334-695-8039 today and be a cool cat this season.
Stephen W. Bryan, candidate for Barber County Commission, District 2, is a big supporter of Eufaula Tiger football. Stephen lives, works, worships, and shops in our county, and his motto is, I am here. He plans to be accessible to the people of his district and will share his personal email and phone numbers. Stephen says, I ultimately will answer my God for the choices I make and take that seriously. I will be teachable, respectful, genuine, a man of integrity, and above board in every decision I make for the betterment of the whole of Barber County. Paid for by the Friends of Stephen W. Bryan for County Commission.
Spectra Care wants to remind you it's always the right time to talk with children and teens in your life about the dangers of substance and alcohol abuse. Tackle those tough conversations about underage drinking and substance use head on with the young people you care about. Talk. They hear you.
Since 1953, Flowers Insurance Agency has been protecting you and your assets with policies tailored to your specific needs. Whether it's commercial, personal lines, life insurance, or employee benefits, including your employer-offered health insurance, Flowers Insurance has you covered. With access to over 50 insurance carriers, we provide the trusted service and products you deserve. It's simple. Call Flowers Insurance in downtown Eufaula today and find your peace of mind.
Hey, my name is Chris Wilkinson and I am the pastor of First Baptist Church. We would love to have you come worship with us. Our worship service is 10 o'clock every Sunday morning. You can also go to our website to learn more about our ministries. Hope to see you Sunday, and go Tigers.
When it comes to professional When it comes to professional gutter installation, Gutterman Dothan has you covered. Voted Best of the Wiregrass 7 years in a row, we provide top-notch gutter services across the Wiregrass area. Protect your home from rainstorms with our premium gutter systems designed to prevent foundation cracks and water damage. Trust Gutterman for expert installation, quality materials, and a beautiful, durable finish.
I'm a man on a mission. I'm a man on a mission. I don't need no permission. I'm a man on a mission.
I'm having the hardest time here. Hey,
this thing is doing.
This.
One more time.
Hey, this is Pastor Jimmy Simmons. Hey, this is Pastor.
Start to act up. Go.
Well, I guess this isn't Pastor Jimmy Simmons, because he's right here with us, but they didn't want to play that commercial for some reason. But we are getting close to kickoff as the Tigers are making their way out of the locker room. Captains for tonight are going to be Ty McCoy, along with Najavius Curry. It's going to be, goodness, I'm having a hard time in this press box seeing this. Tyreek Ivory. And linebacker had a pretty good game last week for the Tigers. Number 33, George McFoley. So that's the captains for the Tigers. They're wearing all white again tonight. White pants, white jerseys, red numerals, the red headgear. So we are 3:35 and counting until kickoff. And Doug, it just depends. You talked about what you had heard about possibly a couple of wrinkles that Andalusia might be putting in for this game. They've still got, they I guess it was a disappointing loss last week on the road to Charles Henderson, 28-12. And we talked about how important this game is here tonight for them to not fall to. They would actually fall to 3-5 on the season if they lose to the Tigers tonight.
Yeah, they've had a pretty tough schedule, but they still got a ways to go with Catholic being at the end. I know they have Carroll. Not sure if they have one in between. All right, tonight we've got Spectrum Sideline Report is actually still working shutdown in Meade. So we are split screen sponsored by Spectrum. We appreciate them as they go out in the center of the field to have the opening kickoff. We'll have John Wayne probably back definitely our next game because we got a week off next week. But Tigers are out in all white tonight, Keith.
Yeah, the white uniforms, the numerals are actually trimmed in black, and there's a little bit of a black accent, a stripe on the headgear too. So actually, it's a pretty sharp-looking uniform when you take a look at them up close. So the official is talking.
It was. I want to say a couple of weeks ago they were a little shy about all white. I thought we wore all white a couple of weeks ago. We didn't look that great at Wetumpka. Didn't we wear gray pants last week?
I think so.
Thinking we did.
Right.
It looks good at Greenville. So kind of surprised to see them in all white, but I'm sure there's a reason behind it, and we'll go with it.
Yeah, and Andalusia, of course, you can see it on your screen. Black pants, maroon jerseys, white numerals, white headgear. It looks like Eufaula won the toss and deferred. We'll see what they end up saying. They certainly looked and spoke to Eufaula first. Eufaula is receiving. So I think, they looked to Eufaula. Yeah, Eufaula won the toss, and they elected to take the ball.
Wow.
That's the same thing we saw last week at Greenville. Eufaula won the football, and they had a good plan. It worked out last week. It was a touchdown drive on the first possession for Eufaula last week. We certainly hope we see a repeat of that in this game against Andalusia.
Well, you better be quick. Get your name in for the Mid-South Bank kickoff return. Like I said, go under the comments. Comment Mid-South Bank. You'll be eligible for that $100 they'll be giving away. Your name will be in the drawing as the Tigers take the field.
So
I don't know that we need that crowd, Mike.
I don't think we do. I really don't think we need it. I'm gonna disable it for a minute. See, folks, you can comment and let us know if you can't hear the crowd or the field noise good enough. But it's overpowering us here. We're having a hard time hearing each other. So,
and we are on the visitor side, as we've told you before, and can't see a scoreboard, so it's going to be a little tough tonight, time-wise and everything. But we'll be viewing from the visitor side, so we'll be right on top of the crowd. But at least it's friendly confines over here.
that's right. Unlike the last time we came to Covington County, which was
Was that the last time?
That was the last time we came to Covington County for a game.
Shane Wasden was coaching op. That was
was
before he
coaching
came to
op,
Eufaula.
and he
So
came to
you fix and
Eufaula.
tell somebody how old you are. It's been a while.
Rush Probst was still. It was Rush's last year, I think. He was 96.
Probably so, yeah.
96. That was 28 years ago.
It was game 10, I guess. We were in the playoffs. Op wasn't, and we went down there, and they were more like rattlesnakes and bobcats that night. They just about took out the Tigers, but not quite.
Yeah, Eufaula scored in the last minute of that game to defeat Op in the game. They really didn't play well all night, and the Op fans were not too happy. We were right on top of them, like we were right on top of the Eufaula fans. Actually, we were closer to them than we are the Eufaula fans tonight. We are close to the band. I'm sure you can hear the bass drums right out our window. So the ball's on the tee. We're about to get started here. Soccer style kicker approaches.
Offsides.
Ball is in the air. It did look like they were offsides. It's going to be fielded at the 12-yard line, a middle return. Breaking the initial wave is going to be Steele. He crosses the 25. He gets up near the 30-yard line. He's going to be right at it. They say the 30 is where he will start. So good return by Zakai Steele. The Tigers with pretty good starting field position to open tonight's game.
Yeah, I thought the official was running up on the 40. There might have been a flag. They were good half step, couple of them offsides, but no flag to start the game. He was just going out there, make sure they got the tee up. Tigers in business. 1st and 10 at the 30.
McCoy has right, flank to his right.
5-man front.
2 receivers to either side. So, yeah, that's uncommon. A lot of times you just see a 4-man front, but 5-man front trying to stop the Eufaula running game. McCoy drops back on 1st down. He's going to throw a pass deep. He's going to overthrow everyone. That pass was intended. It looks like Torian Slaughter was the intended receiver down the near sideline. That incomplete pass to bring up a 2nd down and 10.
First time I've seen it in high school football this year, Keith, but the nose tackle for Andalusia is playing with a concussion padding helmet on. Eufaula's talked about that, but it voids the warranty on the helmet. So uncovered receiver. Well, they're getting over here now.
It'll be handoff to right. He is going to be tackled right there at the line of scrimmage for no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Maybe half a yard, but we'll call it no gain. 3rd down and 10.
Tigers 2 plays and only moved the length of the football. Brings up a big 3rd down.
So a bunch set to the right. McCoy takes it. He's going to hand it. No, he's going to throw a slant. It is incomplete.
Close.
That's the 2nd throw to Torian Slaughter, both incomplete. And Doug, I don't know. Maybe we're trying to use Slaughter's speed, but you think on a possession play you might go with one of the taller receivers. We've got a couple other options, but Slaughter was covered like a blanket that time. On that.
As usual, he looked right at him and he went. And Andalusia takes a timeout here. It looks like they may have too many folks. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, they had 12 people on the field, so they caught that quickly, took a timeout. Let's take a timeout, too. We'll be back after this commercial timeout.
Hey, this is Pastor Jimmy Simmons with Chester Chapel. We would like to invite you to come out with us to worship with us at 10 o'clock on Sunday mornings for Sunday school and 11 o'clock for a worship service, and then Wednesday night at 6:30. And as always, go Tigers.
So, Doug, the Tigers, Eufaula win the toss. They elect to take the football, and unfortunately, it's a 3 and out. It was 2 incomplete passes. It was 1 running play with really no room to run, and Andalusia's going to force a punt. And hopefully we can get a pretty good kickoff here because Andalusia would look to get pretty good field position following this punt from Alvarez. So Adam Alvarez stands at his 16-yard line. There's a lot of pressure.
Running into him. Come on.
We're going to get a flag. It's going to take a Eufaula bounce. It hit at the 40. It's going to roll down inside the 35.
It may be running into him.
About the 31.
Yeah, he took a long time. It looked like he did roughing.
I was not watching the official. we may, if it's only a 5-yard penalty, Doug, I would imagine we will enforce it at the end of the kick if we can. I don't know if you can do that.
Well, he didn't signal personal foul, but we'll see. It's interesting to me why they're looking over to the Andalusia sideline because it was against Andalusia. They should be talking to Coach Jernigan over here. The sideline official is discussing. I think he's already talked to Jarrell, so sorry, I still got us in split screen. My bad, Jimmy. Reach over and slap me every now and then, keep me straight. But we'll see. The head official never looked to talk to Coach Jernigan. It looks like they're going to add it on to the end of the punt.
Yeah, I didn't know.
But they didn't even mark where the punt. They walked away from that.
At the 31.
Okay, well,
so it would take it back to the 26 if it's a 5-yard penalty.
Well, I lost the head. He's in there discussing with another official now. He still has not said anything to the Eufaula side, even though it was against Andalusia. Apparently, it's just running into the kicker, even though it knocked him down. That's what he says, running in. They do have a crowd mic here on the official. So they're going to count an additional 5 yards off against Andalusia there. Actually, Keith, he's marking off. I was going to say he went way past 5, but he's turning around and coming back. Okay, so running into the kicker. It wouldn't have been a first down anyway. It's going to back Andalusia up to the 26-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
11:04 to go in the first quarter.
So only 56 seconds on that drive.
From the 26-yard line, Andalusia in a shotgun formation. They look to throw the ball. It's going to be tipped, nearly intercepted. It was tipped up in the air by Jabe Williams. Good play by the linebacker to tip it up. Unfortunately, the defensive back, the cornerback, had come up to play the football as well, and it just went over everyone's head, incomplete.
Maybe a little butterflies there on the Bulldogs as the quarterback threw it right at the Eufaula Tiger. He was standing in the lane. Was unable to gather it in.
Handoff this time, the running back, he gets free. He's going to have a first down. He's got a 15, 16-yard gain here as he crosses the 40 to the 42-yard line. Doug, I kind of lost track of that running back as he got through the line. It looked like he was going to get stacked up, but he shot through a hole and picked up 16 yards.
Yeah, they just overloaded the right side. He ran between the tackle and the tight end or slot that was on that side, and he just had a burst of energy as he got to the line. Nobody had him wrapped up. They're going before the Tigers get lined up. Tigers in a 5-man front.
They're going to hand it off once again. He once again makes it through the line of scrimmage. He picks up 7,
maybe 8.
It looks like 7. Well, they're going to mark him right at the 50-yard line. So 8 yards. 8 yards on that play.
I tell you what they're doing. They're actually pulling the guard, and he's just running in the hole that he made that time. It looks like the Tigers taking a timeout. Coach Jernigan is giving them an earful. Keith, we'll just keep it right here a second. The 2 plays for 4 yards. The Bulldogs just right at the Tigers, or actually 3 plays. First one was an incomplete pass. But a 5-man front, and they're able to just bust the hole open up there. Their offensive line's doing something right.
Yeah, looking at the stats,
they're waving to stop the clock, Keith. Apparently, it's yet to stop. We can't see it, but
if you weren't with us in pregame, the scoreboard, the only scoreboard is a nice one. It has a replay board on it, but it is to our extreme left. And if there were windows in the end of this press box, then it would work out great. We just turn our head to the left and look at it, but there's not. And so we actually literally have to lean out the window and look to see what the time is on the clock.
I can't lean out my window. I've got a double tinted window here in front of me. Keith has to lean out and put his head right in the middle of the band section to be able to see the to give you an idea, if we were back at Tiger Stadium, if the scoreboard was over there up next to the community center and we were sitting on the visitor side, that'd be about what it's like.
That's right. That's right.
Couldn't hear you.
10-10 to go on the clock. We're in the first quarter, scoreless.
We got Jimmy back up now.
There we go. It's going to be a handoff, a quarterback keeper. He comes, crosses midfield. He takes it out of bounds down around the 43-yard line of Eufaula. That would be a 7-yard gain. So Andalusia's found some things on the ground. That's 31 yards rushing on the last 3 plays, back-to-back first downs on the ground.
Yeah, they just came out that time, faked the play that they had picked up the 24 yards on the last 2 plays. They're in a very tight set, heavy set.
3 backs Quarterback keeps it again as he really kind of a zone read look. He goes up the middle, and the Tigers defense is there that time. They hold him to a 1-yard gain.
Well, maybe that's a good sign, Keith. They went 16 yards on the ground. They went 8 yards on the ground. They went 7 yards on the ground. They went 1 yard on the ground. So
actually, once they spotted the ball down, it was really not even any gain on the play, as they had the down and distance marker right there together.
He turned up too soon, and the official on the far side caught it and got to get in motion.
So that 5-yard penalty will make it 2nd down and 15 now for Andalusia. They're 0-1 through the air. This is the first possession of the game for Andalusia. Eufaula won the toss. They took the football, unable to move it. They punted to Andalusia, and that's where Andalusia has it now. With a 2nd down and 15 from the Eufaula 48-yard line.
That could be a big penalty there. We'll see, because the first play, Andalusia didn't look real good on that pass attempt. Would like to put them back in a passing situation. They line their tailback up very deep in this formation, Keith.
Yeah, he's 7 yards off the line of scrimmage. He's going to try to sweep the left side, and the Tiger defense does a good job tacking him about the 47-yard line. He only picks up maybe a yard on that play. It'll make it 3rd down, 3rd and 14. So 3rd and 14 from the Eufaula 47-yard line. First down would come all the way down at the Tiger 33. Motion out of the backfield.
He turned up too soon again, didn't he? Very close. Didn't see where the flag came from.
Yeah.
He did. He apparently turned up too. He's about a half step too quick, Keith, and the officials are right on top of it. It's going to make it 3rd and about 20 yards to go.
So that's the 3rd 5-yard penalty against Andalusia so far. None against the Tigers to this point. We're still early first quarter with 8:15 to go here in the first quarter in a scoreless game between the Bulldogs and Tigers.
Those are coming against number 33, who's going in motion trying to get a mismatch. 22 did it that time.
He turned up too soon again. Going to throw a pass. It's out of bounds, incomplete. And the Tigers defense holds. They surrendered a couple of first downs. So following a couple of penalties, it's going to be 4th down and 19 for Andalusia.
Yeah, that backed up. They had worked their way into Tiger territory at about the 43-yard line. Tigers pushed them back into Bulldog territory at the 48, and it'll bring up 4th and about 20 for the Bulldogs. Back deep for the Tigers. Is that Steele?
Yes. Zakai Steele
stands back.
Their punt is away. Steele looks forward and takes a catch. He's going to return it this time. He makes a man miss. He has a sideline so he can make it. It's a foot race. He's going to cut back inside, but a nice return nevertheless for Zakai Steele as he takes it back up to the 28-yard line. That's where the Tigers will take over.
Good job to make something there. Jimmy had a great shot at it coming, and good job by a couple of the Eufaula defenders that was trailing. They had the defender between them and the sideline. They did a good job of not blocking in the back. It wound up that they caught Steele in that situation, but it was better than a block in the back.
So from the 28-yard line, Tigers' second possession, they're going to send Torian Slaughter in motion. They're going to hand it to Jalen Wright, and folks, there's just nothing doing straight up the middle for the Tigers so far tonight. Andalusia, pretty stout defense so far this year, and they hold that play to a negative.
Well, if you were going to defend Eufaula, I would say you'd go out and load the box. If Jalen Wright's at quarterback, make him throw the ball to beat you, and that's exactly what Andalusia's doing in this situation.
So it is Ty McCoy, the sophomore, at quarterback for the Tigers. Jalen Wright in the backfield with him. Torian Slaughter and Bernie Smith to the left. Zakai Steele to the right. Going to run a screen. It's intercepted. Thrown straight to the player, and it's going to be a pick six. Intercepted. The running back apparently fell down, and it was thrown.
He ran into our lineman, and they both fell down, and McCoy just threw it right to the linebacker. He was the only one standing there. Here again, Keith, we found out which Tiger offense showed up. We're going to have to make a change again. We're 8 games into the season. We shouldn't be making those kind of mistakes there. His first 2 passes, he didn't look anybody off. He looks right at him, and he did that there. The linebacker was standing there waiting on it, and it's kind of hard to – that's an awful maroon jersey. It sure don't look white.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago at Wetumpka, there were a couple of interceptions. You kind of scratched your head. That was a screenplay. The player fell down, but you got to see that.
I think it was a good play call as they were pinned and coming at him hard, but it was just poor execution on the quarterback for the Tigers. And I know he's a sophomore, but it's 8 games in. They could have got a little closer, but yeah, the back did fall down, run into his lineman, but yeah, it wasn't a tight throwing lane. Sometimes you just got to throw it away or
throw it at the feet.
Yeah, exactly. He left it, hit him right in the chest, and it's 7 points as Andalusia is able to take advantage of it. But the Tigers will get the ball back here on a kickoff and get a chance to start over. We'll see if the Tigers make a change, if it'll be right. Maybe sometimes when they don't seem to be sparking with one quarterback, they'll change up to the other quarterback. If you're a defender and you got to defend against this Eufaula team, that's a little extra practice during the week to have to work a package for McCoy or work a package for Wright.
So here we go. We're kicking off all over again. We're at 7:51 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Andalusia. There's a deep kickoff. It's going to go toward the sidelines. It will hit. It's going to skirt down the sidelines. It goes out of bounds. Zakai Steele wisely let that ball continue to trickle down the sidelines. It finally went out of bounds before it crossed the goal line. They'll give the Tigers the ball 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line.
That's probably a good situation there, Keith. I know we got some very dynamic return guys for the Tigers. But that being a corner kick over there, if he wouldn't have let that one go and go out of bounds, I don't think he would have got back anywhere near the 35-yard line.
Here comes the Tiger offense.
Well, and it'll be McCoy at quarterback, and that's another thing, Keith. If you work with one quarterback all week, it's hard to make a change just because one thing happens. I mean, you know, we'll see. Tigers come out 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right.
First time we've seen this formation with the 3 wide receivers. Looking to throw. McCoy's going to pull it down and run. He has some open field, and he has the speed to get there. He gets to the sidelines. He'll have they're going to spot him. Let's see where they go out of bounds. Right across the 45-yard line. That should be good enough for 10 yards. And the first Tiger first down of the night.
Good speed by McCoy in making that happen there. He looked at only one receiver again as he took the snap, but then he took off running. But fortunately, he was able to pick up 10, 11 yards. Maybe that's just exactly what the Tigers need.
The handoff in the backfield, and my goodness, Doug, it's like a jailbreak. There were 3 Andalusia Bulldogs all over Jalen Wright as he took that handoff. He loses 3 yards.
Yeah, put it in there. He definitely was giving it, but they were all over Wright. We didn't even slow them down up front. It's 5-on-5 on the line. We got to slow them up a little bit more than that. They dropped to a 4-man front now and play a little pass defense.
So 2nd down 14. McCoy takes it. He's going to look to throw it. He gets pressured. He throws it. He gets hit as he throws it, and the ball kind of fluttered down the field, incomplete.
That would have been intercepted also, Keith, if the defender wouldn't have lost his balance on that far sideline. He tried to cut back and make a play on the ball, lost his balance and fell down, but McCoy was hit right as he was thrown. That very easily could have been another interception there. Brings up a 3rd and about 13 for the Tigers.
Tigers only with 1 first down so far. That was a scramble by McCoy a couple of plays back. A 3rd and 14, a big play here. Already trailing 7-0 are the Tigers. Torian Slaughter comes in motion. McCoy drops back. He's going to pull it down now. He bobbled the ball. Now, I don't know what happened.
Why was there a whistle? He never went down. He bobbled it. They're going to say incomplete pass, even though he started to throw it. It slipped. He bobbled it, caught it in his hands, and started to run. How is that an incomplete pass?
I don't think it is. I think that the official just missed that for some reason. And honestly, it looked like McCoy had some open field. I don't know if he'd have picked up a first down, but he would have had some yardage in front of him. And as it is, call that an incomplete pass as it's ruled on the field. It's a punting situation for the Tigers.
They were very close to blocking it last time. We'll see if they bring pressure here this time. Tigers 4th and 13.
There's a good snap. Alvarez gets it away. A fair catch is called, and it's made at the 32-yard line. So, Doug, with 5:59 to go, Tigers have not – the time of possession right now is less than 2 minutes. I'm sorry. They've had it 3 times. It's less than 3 possessions. They have not had the ball for more than a minute. They had the ball that time, for a minute and 2 seconds. They ran 4 plays a minute, 2 seconds, 50 seconds on the last possession, 49 seconds on their first possession. So the Tiger offense just not on track so far tonight.
Andalusia comes out. We'll see. They've had some success running. It was the penalties that stopped them last time. Tigers forced them into passing situations, which apparently that's what we want to do. They look a lot stronger running the ball than they do passing.
They certainly do. 5:59 to go here in the first quarter. Andalusia from the 32. Quarterback's going to keep it. He's around the end. He breaks a tackle. He's down the sidelines. He's going to go out of bounds after crossing midfield at the 48-yard line. You follow. That's 20 yards on that carry.
That's what you can do with a running quarterback. He did a great job of faking it up in the middle. Tigers bit. They had 3 linebackers. All went right up the middle. Had a 4-man front. Quarterback just goes around the end, and he's got a little speed himself into Tiger territory at the 49-yard line.
3 men in the backfield besides the quarterback. They hand off up the middle. The running back just goes straight ahead, takes it inside the 40 to the 39. That's 9 more yards just on a straight give play. Now, Doug, we didn't have the benefit of being able to see what they've done prior to tonight. We don't know if that's their normal offense or not, but they're just getting in a very tight power formation and running the ball straight at the Tigers.
My goodness, they crack back.
Ended off and that hill for no play.
Watch old school players. 33 starting in motion. He turned up early again there. I guess they're tired of throwing a flag on him. It should have been another flag for turning up too early. It's 3rd and 1 now, but when he comes in motion from the outside, he's just cracking in on the end and opening up the outside on the run. You see him go in motion, you'll see
low snap. His knee was down, and they did not call it.
Coach Jernigan's hollering at the head official, and you can see it right here. The quarterback went down to get the snap. They're going to give him the first down and 2-yard gain, but that should have been a loss.
Yep, the quarterback went to a knee to retrieve that snap, handed it off from a knee, and they gave him the ball of progress. So it's a first down for Andalusia. That first down is at the 37-yard line of Eufaula. So 1st and 10, Andalusia from the 37. They turned up throw again. It's going to be a sprint out pass. They throw it. It's going to be complete. Good throw. Good catch. Ball came out, but we can't see it. The Eufaula side is saying they have it. We'll wait and see.
He's saying roll the clock. Well, he's sitting there saying roll the clock, and they're trying to figure out. Now he just said 2nd down, so Andalusia must have it.
Yeah, we can't see because of the Eufaula tent.
But I don't know why you would say roll the clock when you're trying to figure out who's got it. I'm telling you, officials need to take a timeout and a breath themselves. That's going to be a 7-yard gain.
So 2nd down 3 from the 30-yard line of Eufaula. Same unusual formation here. They have 2 wing backs. They hit the running back. He breaks a tackle. He's going to go for a touchdown. A touchdown saving tackle by Shamarion Smith inside the 5-yard line, down around the 3-yard line. So that's a 27-yard run. Doug, this has been all Andalusia so far in the first quarter.
They're kicking our butt. Defense hadn't shown up. Neither has the offense for the Tigers at this point. It's all Andalusia. They're making them look bad.
Eufaula leads the all-time series 6-3, but most of those games are played in ancient history. Handoff this time over the right side. Tiger defense stacks him up there, but the momentum carries him. They're going to spot him short of the end zone. It's going to be a 2-yard gain on that play. 2-yard gain. They said his forward progress was stopped before the extra scrum pushed him on into the end zone. But it'll be 2nd down and goal from inside the 1-yard line.
We're not sure about the turnover there, Keith. They're saying reset the play clock. this drive could have been stopped when the quarterback took the knee earlier.
It's into the end zone for the touchdown is number 4 for Andalusia. So, with 2:49 to go here in the first quarter of play, Andalusia is going up by a score of 13-0. Yeah, Doug, just not a great start if you're a Eufaula Tiger fan. Stats are very lopsided. That's a 68-yard drive that time. 6 runs, 1 pass, 7-play drive. Kick is up. Kick is through, and we have a 14-0 score here. Like I said, with 2:49 still to go here in the first quarter play.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, from what we've seen so far, it looks like Andalusia's done a very good job preparing for this game tonight, getting ready. I don't know what Eufaula maybe was getting ready for fall break this past week, but they're like a deer in the headlights so far tonight.
So that was Jones, the tailback for Andalusia on that carry, and he took it in for the Andalusia touchdown. And Doug, just so far 1 first down for Eufaula. I think we have about 8 yards of offense in 3 possessions. So the ball's on the tee. We'll kick it off once again. There's a kick. It's going to come down to Steele at the 8-yard line.
Bring it.
Steele,
come on.
Bringing it back up the middle of the field. He's going to take it across the 25. He'll be knocked down about the 28-yard line once again. 1st and 10 Tigers from the 28-yard line, trailing by 14-0.
Steele hit that with a lot of authority. He was trying to bring it back, get the Tigers right back in this game. First quarter, Tigers down 14-0. McCoy brings them back out on the field.
2:39 left to go.
Going to hand it to Slaughter. No, pop pass.
That would have went big if he could have kept his feet.
Well, it was a low throw.
The back judge is saying catch.
They're going to say lineman downfield. There's a lineman downfield, they're saying.
Tell you what, he was a quick lineman because that was a quick pass.
So that would have been about a 7-yard gain for the Tigers. Would have been 2nd down and 3. This is going to be a loss of 5 yards on the penalty. So just 12-yard difference there. It'll be 1st and 15. It would have been the first completed pass of the night for Eufaula. Going to throw it. It's complete to Torian Slaughter on a crossing route. Slaughter's going to take it across near a first down. They're going to say he stepped out of bounds at the 35-yard line. So he'll be about 3 yards short of his first down. Give him 12 yards on that reception. So 12-yard gain. Second and 3.
Slaughter.
You have a Slaughter, number 2. The Tigers bring motion now. It's high snap. They're going to hand it off on the speed sweep action. Good cut back inside. Should have his first down is Zakai Steele. Give him a gain of 3 on that play. That was a handoff instead of the shuttle forward. The snap was a little bit high. Actually, he's going to pick up 4 yards after they spot it down. So Tigers convert a first down. That's their 2nd of the night. They do trail by 14 here. Still in the first quarter with 1:52 to go. 14-0. McCoy delaying, looking to the sidelines. Play clock's at 10 as they change the play. Stack receivers to either side. Now they'll send shift Slaughter back to the inside. High snap. They're going to hand it off to Wright. And just no running room for Wright so far as he's going to be right there at the line of scrimmage. Stop. They're actually going to spot him for a yard loss. 1 yard loss. And Doug, we've been very complimentary on the offensive line during the course of the year, especially what they did the second half at Russell County, really taking over that game. But tonight, they have simply gotten whipped up front. This is very reminiscent of the Montgomery Catholic game where the Tigers had no running room. McCoy's going to throw it. Had nowhere to go. That time he made a good decision. He just threw it in the dirt as nobody was open anywhere.
Yeah, that was a good decision there. I mean, the play was going nowhere, but at least he didn't throw it to the wrong side that time. That was he's learning. That's what we need. He's learning.
So 3rd and 11, but I just was remarking that because they had pressure on the quarterback and they had all the receivers covered that time. Been a very good defensive plan so far tonight for Andalusia. 4-man front for Andalusia. They're going to bring one blitzer, and flags go down. They're going to call motion against the Tigers. So 2 5-yard penalties on this possession. And a 3rd and 11 is going to a 3rd and 16. Tigers already trail 14-0. If you tuned in late, it was a pick 6 on the Tigers' second possession of the game. And then Andalusia took the last possession and went 68 yards in 7 plays, scored on a 1-yard run. Eufaula picked up a first down here before facing this 3rd down and long.
He said encroachment, but it was an illegal motion against the Tigers.
There's a snap. McCoy's going to throw it. He has a man out there. He overshoots his receiver. It was intended for Bernie Smith, and he just overthrew him that time by quite a bit. Smith didn't even look like he attempted the ball because he thought it was somebody else. It was so high over his head. Incomplete pass.
Brings up 4th and a long way. They may come after this one because it's 4th and about 17 or so for the Tigers. They've been awful close a couple of times. Tigers need to count up there as it looks like Andalusia's setting up a return.
50 seconds still to go here in the first quarter. The 3rd punt already for Eufaula.
We're not blocking anybody from number 21.
Good punt that time. It's going to be fair caught at the 35-yard line.
All right, so the Tigers send the defense back out to try to slow them down. It's been the running attack from the Bulldogs that's wore us out so far. They get good field position again. I don't think the Tigers have even we got close one time. I don't think quite got in Bulldog territory as the offense has just not found its rhythm at all, and the defense is still making adjustments, trying to figure out how to stop these Bulldogs here tonight.
Yeah, it's been the Tigers' lack of a running game, really. Andalusia's done a great job of stopping the Tiger running again. Quarterback keeper once again. He gets through the line of scrimmage, and he's going to take it across close to a first down. He gets up around the 45-yard line. Where they spot it down, it's right at a 10-yard gain. We'll see if they call it a first down. It should be from the way I look at it. They're going to say first down. 10-yard gain for Andalusia. Look, we haven't seen anyone move the ball. That's the end of the first quarter. So at the end of the first quarter, Eufaula trails Andalusia 14-0. We'll be back after this.
I'm a man on a mission. I'm a man on a mission. I don't need no permission. I'm a man on a mission.
When it comes to professional gutter installation, Gutterman Dothan has you covered. Voted Best of the Wiregrass 7 years in a row, we provide top-notch gutter services across the Wiregrass area. Protect your home from rainstorms with our premium gutter systems designed to prevent foundation cracks and water damage. Trust Gutterman for expert installation, quality materials, and a beautiful durable finish.
It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof.
Right.
Hey, we're back in Andalusia. Coach Jernigan has had a long conversation with the officials during this timeout. It's 1st and 10 Andalusia at the 46-yard line of Andalusia. We return to action here to start the second quarter. It is 14-0 Andalusia leading the Tigers as they have the ball now for their third offensive possession of the night. They have a pick six and a long drive. Power set again. They're going to hand the ball in the backfield, and they're going to take it forward for 5 yards. So 2 carries and 15 yards on this possession, Doug. It's just a power running set, and they're just running it straight at the Tigers.
Yeah, they marked him ahead about 6 yards. Appreciate the score updates from Merrill. We appreciate you, Merrill, putting them on there. And folks on the comments, we've deleted some of them. We're at the mercy of the internet. If it's skipping, I'm sorry, it is what we is. If we keep complaining, we'll just cut it off and head home.
5 more yards on that carry straight ahead.
So gives them a first down to the Tiger 44-yard line, just inside the 44-yard line.
We're allowing them to push us off the line of scrimmage, Doug, because
we ain't been in their backfield yet.
Not at all. You know, we've been very complimentary of the defense all year, and but tonight that's not the case.
I tell you, they must not be a crackback anymore. They get away with it on every play.
Their pass is complete out in the right flat. The play goes all the way down to the 30-yard line. That's going to be a gain of 14 yards and another Andalusia first down.
They're bringing in motion and just blocking down. You would think that would be a blindside block now. I would have thought crackback was still something, a rub, whatever. But it's really opening up that outside for that Andalusia offense.
They hand it off. It's going to be up the middle. Once again, that is held to a little shorter gain, maybe 3 yards on that carry. Tigers continue to try to figure out some combination on that defensive front to try to slow this Andalusia team down. It's a steady dose of between the tackles and occasionally the quarterback is pulling it and around the end. It's really an old school attack from a different new formation as they have 3 backs in the backfield but in shotgun formation. They hand it off again. He's going to stumble backwards, back inside the 25. He'll get to the 23-yard line. So give him 5 yards on that carry. That didn't look like much, Doug, but it was 5 yards.
Yeah, our defensive end, number 5, I think it was in the backfield, grabbed him, but he just had the momentum and the line going forward, and he fell forward for 5 yards. Here it is again.
Hand off again of the middle, number 4, Jones. He's going to take it inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That'll be good enough for another Andalusia first down. Give him 5 more yards. Doug, if what they've figured out to do against Eufaula will see this a lot more.
Coach Jernigan is going to take a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout too and try to play a couple of commercial breaks. We'll see if the internet will allow, but we'll be back right after this.
Don't suffer in the summer heat. Benefield's Heating and Cooling in Eufaula has you covered. Locally owned and operated, licensed and bonded, we're your trusted Bryant Factory authorized dealer. And just like Brian says, we service everything we sell. So stay cool all summer long with Benefield's Heating and Cooling. Call 334-695-8039 today and be a cool cat this season.
It just ain't going to do it. Internet ain't going to let us do it.
Hey, we're back at Andalusia where the Tigers trail 14-0. And Andalusia on a nice drive here. They began back at their 35-yard line. They've quickly moved all the way down to the 19-yard line of Eufaula. There's a handoff up the middle. It's a new running back. He's bounced it to the outside. He's finally going to be tackled down around the 11-yard line, I believe. Count that off at, I believe, 7.
Pretty good game.
Actually, 9 yards on that play, according to where they spotted it down. Going by the down marker. It's been a power running game so far for Andalusia. Quarterback will keep it this time. He's just going to follow his running backs off tackle to the right, and he'll pick up 4 yards down to the 6-yard line where it'll be first and goal.
I'm going to make a quick comment here. Spectrum is kind enough to be our sideline reporter, and we'll do it after this play.
They're going to hand it off in the backfield. For the first time tonight, the Tigers make a tackle in the backfield for a 1-yard loss.
They usually are our sideline report. Tonight they're giving us more than one view with a split screen. Folks, if you want to get deleted or blocked, fuss about it. We're doing the best we can with what we got.
So 1-yard loss back to the 7-yard line. It's going to be second down and goal from the 7. Going to hand it off in the backfield. The quarterback keeps it around the end. He has the corner, and he's going to outrun us to the corner. It's going to be a touchdown, 7 yards out. A quarterback keeper, and it's 20-0 with 8:02 to go here in the first half of play.
Tell you what, that's something you don't usually see is somebody to be able to step in like that and find the speed to get around the defense on Eufaula. Usually has enough speed to head that off, but just deception there is he didn't look that fast, but he sure took care of the angle and made the corner of the end zone to put the Bulldogs up a little bit further.
Here's a point after touchdown to come. 8:02 to go here in the second quarter. There's a snap. Placement. The kick is up. Kick is good. So 21-0 is the score here. Eufaula shut out Greenville last week 38-0. Greenville came in here and was up 24-0 on this team before Andalusia came back to take a 26-24 victory. Doug, I tell you, this is why you can't go by comparable scores because Eufaula against the two common opponents outscored those opponents 36-3. To Andalusia outscored them 26-15.
I tell you, I really can't put my finger. The only thing I've seen tonight, we did lose a little size with an injury this week on the defense up front, but they're just pushing us off the ball. I mean, it's just we hadn't found anybody to stand with. One time we stopped them in the backfield, they probably ran 20 or so offensive plays.
Noah Curry is a junior quarterback who scored that touchdown. And so the fourth kickoff of the night for Andalusia. They will receive the second half kickoff as well. From the 9-yard line, it's Zakai Steele. He's going to be spun down short of the 25-yard line. He'll be tackled at the 23.
Tigers back on offense, try to make something happen. Keith, they just need to try to make something happen offensively. One way we could slow down that Andalusia offense is to keep the ball a little longer and keep it away from them, as we need to make something happen here, trailing 21-0 already.
McCoy takes it. He's going to keep it this time as he rides Jalen right, but it's going to be maybe 1 yard.
Just too long on the read. Andalusia is very fast.
Very slow developing play. So give him a yard on that play. And we're not reestablishing the line of scrimmage at all, Doug. I mean, Andalusia is getting a big push off the offensive line, and that's just not happening right now. Eufaula. Going to throw a pass. It's going to be a little kind of got tangled up to the receivers inside that was intended for Zakai Steele. And it's incomplete, 3rd down 9.
Now that one was deep into the Eufaula sideline. Way overthrown Steele. He didn't have a chance of getting that one. And I was just fixing to say that time. He actually had a little bit longer, but he's still throwing to the first person he looks at. He doesn't look off any of the receivers. But the line that time, everybody got somebody and did a pretty good job of keeping him out of the backfield. This time, Andalusia's playing deep with only a 3-man rush. It's a blitz, though.
McCoy's going to take it. He's going to throw it. He's going to overthrow everyone, though.
I agree. We just heard one of the coaches up here in the box say he's just out. He's just throwing the ball, not trying to throw it to somebody. I think he's just trying to get rid of it because he's not even close on these passes.
So another quick 3 and out. Another 49-second possession, 7-11 to go. And the defense needs to get to halftime, try to make some adjustments. The defense has got to go right back out on the field.
We haven't blocked anybody. We haven't blocked number 21 who rushes from the right side of the Andalusia defense all night, and he's coming after this one.
Here's a snap. Alvarez will get it away. Pretty good punt this time. It's going to be fielded on a fair catch at the 45-yard line. So Andalusia,
good punt.
Their best starting field position of the night at the 45-yard line.
Good job. Alvarez is doing a good job at getting it away. I mean, he's averaging probably a 30, 35 yards on punts. High school, that's pretty good. But Andalusia still a great starting field position at just short of the 46-yard line as they mark it back just a little bit. They'll take over here. I think the 5th possession already in the first half.
Well, for Andalusia, they missed a possession. This is going to be their 4th. They missed a possession.
That's right, the interception.
The pick 6.
You're right.
Not even set.
So they just pushed their way across midfield, and of course this is the third long road trip in a row. Tigers looked good last week, did not look good 2 weeks ago, and of course tonight it looks like it's the team that played in Wetumpka showing up, minus the good defense. After a 6-yard run. That run is going to be from the 48-yard line down to the 35, so 13 more yards.
Andalusia's not wasting any time snapping the ball. They're not looking to the sideline. They're lining up and just snapping it.
I'd say run it till they stop it. That's what they're doing.
Quarterback keeper again. He's trying to turn the corner to the right this time.
Ooh, he went down funny. He got hit hard. He went down funny.
He gets right back. Well, maybe not. He got bent over backwards that time. That play was held to no gain. At the very least, it looks like he may have rolled an ankle there. It's 2nd down and 10 after the play put into the game. Once again, 3 running backs. Looks like 2 wing backs. They were leaning forward. They are going to go for procedure that time.
The officials was right on top of that to start with, and then I'm telling you, they look like they just didn't call it for a few plays, but they call that one. Going to be a good time. It's going to make it 2nd and about, well, they didn't really show a loss on that last play, I don't guess, but about 15 yards.
2nd and 15. It was their first possession that they drove into Tiger territory. They got a 5-yard penalty just like that, a procedure penalty that kind of brought up a 2nd and 15, and the Tigers ultimately stopped the Andalusia offense. That's the only time they stopped Andalusia tonight. Was the first offensive possession for Andalusia. Once again, 2 blocking backs. Now they're going to shift over, and they're going to look to throw it this time. And the quarterback gets hit.
Fumble.
He gets hit.
Oh, he's going to say incomplete pass.
Good rush that time from the Tigers' defensive front. I believe that was Lamons, I believe, on that rush.
Our coaching staff up here seems to think it was a fumble. I thought it was a fumble, but he might have got that hand forward just a little bit. Nevertheless, it'll be 3rd and 15. It was great coverage downfield by the secondary. Eufaula, we had double coverage on this sideline, single coverage on the far sideline, but Eufaula's backs were right in the hip pocket the whole way.
So 3rd and 15 from the 40-yard line of Eufaula. They will run it this time, and the Tigers are there to stop him for a 1-yard loss. The best defensive series these last 3 plays of the night for Eufaula. 3 plays netting a loss of 1 yard. So,
well, it's 4th down and about 16, but I'm not sure what they'll do here, Keith. Will they punt it and try to pin us deep? Or,
it looks like it. I'm not sure.
Even if they go for it, Tigers are expecting the punt. It does appear that they're going to punt.
So
they're really only
lining up.
21 yards on a punt if it went in the end zone.
This is the kicker. He's a pretty good kicker. We'll see how he does punting. He's going to punt it from the 48-yard line. It is a big punt. It's going to spiral and turn over, and Steele will call for a fair catch inside the 10-yard line of the 9. And Doug with with 4:38 to go here in the first half of play, I mean, they can afford to play field position because Eufaula's not done anything offensively.
Nope. And a lot of threes and outs, and we're sending the same group back out there. We'll see what we got going on here. I mean, we can hear a little extra up here. I just don't think they're happy with a lot of personnel or what the personnel's doing out on the field.
Already the 6th possession of the night for Eufaula. Going to hand it off around the left side, and we're going to cross. We're going to cross the 10-yard line. We'll have to wait and see, let them spot it down to see what.
They gained a couple. They're moving it forward. They're going to say it's about a 3-yard gain there when they put it down. I thought it was I couldn't tell from here. It looked like a pretty good read. I don't think the coaching staff was happy with the read, but it'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Tigers now, deep in their own territory.
So motion back across. McCoy rolls to his right. He's looking downfield. There's a man there. He's going to throw a good pass.
Yes.
It is complete across the 20 to the 22-yard line. That play picks up 11 yards.
That was a good pass that time, an 11-yard completion on, I think, the 10th tonight. So his first completion.
On delayed snap, McCoy's going to take it. Yeah. I don't know what happened there. It was an incomplete pass, though, Doug. It's going to be 2nd down and 10. It just the whole thing looked kind of out of sync. If you noticed it, they looked like they snapped it when we didn't expect to snap it. I don't know.
It's almost like it's the new design thing where you try to draw them off sides. If they don't jump, instead of waiting a few seconds, you immediately snap it a half count later.
McCoy's going to pull it down and run this time. He has some open field. He's going to bring it up the sideline across the 40. He'll be pushed out of bounds at the 45-yard line. He did get a shove while he was out of bounds. But the good news is that is a 23-yard run from McCoy and a Tiger first down.
Right in front of the Eufaula bench. You see that flag on that one more than not, but borderline.
McCoy rolling to his left. He's looking to throw. He's got a man out there, but he's good coverage. It's incomplete. It'll be 2nd down and 10. So I missed that earlier, Doug. There's only one completion on the night.
Yeah. Well, to us, and threw one to the other side for the interception. But, I didn't have a completion anywhere else unless I missed one somewhere, Keith.
So 2nd and 10 from the 45-yard line of Eufaula. We're going to throw it deep. Has the man there. Steals there. He caught the ball. If they say he's in bounds, it's a big gain for Eufaula. It is. In bounds inside the 30-yard line.
I don't know how Steele was able to keep his feet in bounds as he tiptoed down, but he leaned. The tent was kind of in the way for us a little bit right here, but made a great catch.
27 yards on that completion and a Tiger first down. Important drive here for the Tigers. Try to get some points before halftime. They trail 21-0. 3:41 to go here in the first half. 1st and 10 from the 27 of Andalusia. First trip for the Tigers into Bulldog territory. Rolling to his left. He's going to throw it. It's complete.
Had 2 receivers on top of each other, but it's complete for
There's a flag. They're going to call holding on Eufaula.
It's either holding or roughing.
So that completion would have been.
Steele's coming out. I'm not. Is he limping or is just tired? They marked that off. Keith, that's pretty big. That's
going to be a 10-yard penalty, I guess, from the line of scrimmage. But bear in mind, they called holding.
Maybe it is.
That would have been complete down around the 20-yard line. So it would have been 2nd and short. Instead, it's 1st and 20. Clock goes back in motion. Tigers shift down. Barely set there. McCoy's going to pull it out. He's going to look her.
He threw it late, but they're going to say incomplete. I'll start to say that very well. Almost past the line of scrimmage and almost a fumble. Just not, well, probably not the best decision there, but yeah.
It did stop the clock. with 3:23 still to go. The clock should not be an issue as far as the Tigers being able to score. They've got a 2nd and 20 to overcome here, though, from the 38-yard line of Andalusia. Tigers were clicking along on this drive before that penalty. Right in motion. Going to throw the wide receiver screen. But unfortunately, I don't know what happened there other than it looked like the Tigers had something going, Doug, but it only ends up being about a 4-yard gain.
Their secondary came up fast, made a play as he had to sidestep one person. I was just fixing to say before the holding call, the line was actually picking up the blitz, giving McCoy a little bit of time on this drive.
Well, Hoy's going to get pressure this time. He's going to throw it. No, he's going to get sacked. He pulls it down. Didn't have a lot of time. He's going to lose yardage back to the 39-yard line. That's going to be a 5-yard loss.
Coaching staff wanted a face mask call there, but not going to get it. Brings up fourth
and very long. 4th and 21. 4th and 21 now. There's still time on the clock here. They got 2:30. You got to run it down, and you're trailing 21-0. You don't want to be down 28-0 with them to get the second half kickoff.
And I think they got 2 timeouts. They only used one early when they had too many men.
Your percentages of picking this up on 4th and 21 are not good. You could pin them deep and hopefully get a mistake from them. We're going to burn a timeout, as I think it's a wise decision, Doug, to call this timeout.
Let's take a timeout, too. We'll be back right after this timeout.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Appreciate Brown Heating Air Conditioning. We are in the Brown Heating Air Conditioning broadcast booth tonight. Keith, it's just been tough all around for us tonight. I'm glad you was able to, you thinking ahead this year. We do as much as we can, but there is very, very little Verizon tower coverage here, and you was able to, before we came in the season, give us a backup with I think it was the AT&T side or T-Mobile or whatever. That's what we've been operating on tonight. But I think everybody in the building's probably using it too, which slows us up a little bit. We appreciate a lot of our listeners each week. They come on here. Don Marshall, Charlie Martin, a lot of folks like that. We appreciate y'all tuning in.
And we decided to punt during that timeout, which I think probably is a wise decision on 4th and 21. Now, even with that, after a timeout, we were 1 man short. There's still 20 seconds on the play clock, though, so it should not be an issue. But they've been close a couple of times. Alvarez stands back at his 47-yard line. He'll get it away. It's a nice kick toward the sidelines. It'll take you follow bounce toward the sidelines and go out of bounds about the 12-yard line, I think. We'll see where they mark him out.
I'm like you, Keith. Maybe Andalusia will make a mistake here, and the Tigers can benefit from it. That's about the same position on the field. We threw a pick six. I'm not sure if we'll see them do that. We'll watch. Their quarterback was a little banged up after the last series. Got bent backwards on the play. We'll see if he checks back in. I'm not sure they all do much of anything but hand it off right up the middle and try to run some clock here.
He did check back in, but he's still limping real heavy.
So, yeah, they're going to run the ball here. Eufaula's out of timeouts. They run it straight up the middle. We'll stack them up for no gain on that play.
They've used several different running backs, Keith. Not sure. Obviously, I don't have the right yardage for the right running backs, but it looks like they've carried the ball about 26 times for in the neighborhood of 150 yards on the ground.
Yeah, we'll have some loose stats for you at halftime. Handoff up the middle once again. He does break the initial line of scrimmage. There's a flag down, though. That'll stop the clock. It was 2nd down and 10 from the inside the 15-yard line. And while they were sorting this out, the clock is running. The clock is running while they sort out this penalty. They finally stopped it with 1:09.
So illegal motion. Did he turn up early again there, Jimmy? Yeah.
Yeah, when I turned and looked at the clock, it was probably 5 to 10 seconds after they had thrown the flag, and it was still rolling at 1:13. So the 5-yard mark-off puts it inside the 10-yard line at the 9. Low snap, they hand it off inside. Tigers stack him up. So they just set the play clock with 1:01 to go. So they run that next play, they can run the first half out. So Doug, we might as well say it's going to be halftime 20, and barring a fumble on this exchange, it'll be 21-0 at halftime.
They're going to use all the time here. Well, Andalusia's been in a few ball games where they've had to come back. Maybe the Tigers can come back. Go find the rest of the players that they left on the bus or something. Uh-oh. And very close. A good play, very close to breaking it all the way, but going to be short of his first down. That should end the first half on that nice gain for Andalusia from the 9-yard line out to the 24-yard line, 23-yard line. So about 14 yards on that carry for Andalusia. Well, look, as the coaching staff leaves the locker room, we hope they go find some players that left or make some changes or something. Keith, I'm sitting here thinking that was probably – we've been doing this a long time. That might have been the worst half of football we've seen out of the Eufaula Tigers in 40 years. I would say it's the worst half of football we've seen since the playoffs at Hueytown in 2011. That Jameis Winston and company in the rain, cold. I cannot remember, but it seems like it was 30 some odd to nothing at halftime. Chris something, the defensive end, wore us out from Hueytown that night. You're spot on. That's we right there. We had one first down at halftime, and it came on a fake punt. So that's the worst half I can remember. But this is pretty close.
I've never seen Eufaula manhandled like they were in that first. The offensive and defensive lines were just manhandled. I mean, they did tonight. They didn't have any answer for it. This was a 4A school last year. They moved up in classification, but it's not like it was a 6A school that got the numbers right and moved down. They just taken what they've had.
I mean, Doug, you played at a high level on the line of scrimmage, and you know better than I. But a lot of that is want to. And technique.
Exactly. Technique. They should not, as Charles Irvin would like to say, coaches teach you, hey, if you're not, don't get blown out. You drop down. We're getting pushed back 6 yards before we get them down.
I mean, it looks like we're standing up out of our stance and just getting pushed around. So I don't know.
Got some adjustments to make.
Certainly adjustments, and I remember I was told stories about a locker room conversation by one Shane Wasden when Pike County was up on us 10-0 at home. I think they won the 3A state championship that year, but they weren't supposed to beat us at home. And it's going to take one of those type of peeling the paint off the wall motivational talks here at halftime to try to light a fire under this Tiger group, because it just seemed like an uninspired effort here in the first half.
It hasn't been pretty. We'll take a timeout. Be back after this commercial break.
Precision Body Works is a state-of-the-art collision facility dedicated to providing customers with outstanding service and a quality repair experience. We have been serving Eufaula and the surrounding areas for over 20 years and have earned a reputation as being a premier collision repair center. Precision Body Works uses environmentally friendly PPG water-based paint and also offers 24-hour record service as well as top-of-the-line accessories from such brands as Cam Locker, Ranch Hand, Retrax, Weston, and WeatherTech. We are located at 1210 North Eufaula Avenue, or call us at 334-687-4700.
When it's football.
Come on.
When it's football time, we at First Franklin Financial are big fans of our local teams, just like you. We've been part of the community for over 75 years, and when you need money for repairs or emergencies, we'll help you play offense. We offer fixed-rate loans up to $15,000 with easy payment plans and fast approvals. Visit 1ffc.com to find the location near you. Legal, all loan terms and applicable APRs depend on meeting our underwriting and income criteria for the loan size requested and may require collateral. Georgia Residential Mortgage License number 5656.
With the world changing all around us, everyone needs to be covered by insurance. So give Eric Glover with the Glover Agency a call and talk with Eric about auto, home, life, or last week's football game. Whatever your insurance needs, let Eric talk to you about being covered. The Glover Agency is located at 145 East Broad Street, Eufaula, Alabama. Call 334-687-0358.
Benny Whitehead Incorporated has called Eufaula home since 1965. Today, the family-owned business owns and operates 119 tractors and trailers and employs over 150 people. Benny Whitehead is nationally known as a leader in safety and keeping the air clean and fuel consumption low. Benny Whitehead Incorporated loves Eufaula and would like to wish Lakeside and Eufaula safe and successful seasons.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 Eufaula High School Mighty Tiger Marching Band. Band director Cliff Parker, auxiliary director Frankie Adams, band director President
26,
Guard Captain Dennis Authority,
21.
band captain Infinity Police.
That crowd might. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I ain't gonna say nothing. Yeah, 14, 17, 26, 64, 79, 86. We got 85 yards total, and 63 of it came on the last possession. Yep. Let me see if I got. Let me total them up. It's gonna be terrible.
Alvin Thomas, Dion, Vaughn Thomas, yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
His sophomore year, 2000.
Please welcome to the field the 2024 edition of the Andalusia High School Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of band director Dylan Worley, assistant director Robbie Childers, drum major Kalasia Woods, color guard captains Lexi Stallworth and Shambrisha Woods, Black Sergeant Mallory Montgomery, head majorette Annalee Fisher, drumline captains Brandon Alberton and Evelyn Finney, and band captains Bo Stustill, Nathan Shellhouse, and Kiara Dorsey. Our show tonight is titled Fever Dreams and features the music of Brahms, Juice WRLD, Taylor Swift, Peggy Lee, and Aerosmith. Drum major Kalasia Woods, is your band ready?
25-33. They've only ran 7 more plays than us.
Ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy a song.
I got them for 197. 15, 8, 10. All right, so they 33 plays, 197 yards, 10 first downs. We're 26 for 85 and 5 first downs. But 63 yards of that. We only had 22 yards of offense other than the last possession. They do not have a 3. They do not have a 3 and out. Huh? I don't know. I've heard that name before, but I don't know who it is. Yeah, whenever. No, we can go ahead and take another break. I mean, we can get back, talk. Okay.
I'm a man on a mission. I'm a man on a mission. I don't need no permission. I'm a man on a mission. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say.
Attention contractors, is your metal roofing provider slowing you down? APEC Metal Express fills orders within a week. 40-year finish warranty, 17 different colors, and multiple truss styles. Work more and wait less.
Since 1953, Flowers Insurance Agency has been protecting you and your assets with policies tailored to your specific needs. Whether it's commercial, personal lines, life insurance, or employee benefits, including your employer-offered health insurance, Flowers Insurance has you covered. With access to over 50 insurance carriers, we provide the trusted service and products you deserve. It's simple. Call Flowers Insurance in downtown Eufaula today and find your peace of mind.
Spectra Care wants to remind you it's always the right time to talk with children and teens in your life about the dangers of substance and alcohol abuse. Tackle those tough conversations about underage drinking and substance use. Head on with the young people you care about. Talk. They hear you.
When it's football.
Precision Body Works is a state-of-the-art collision facility dedicated to providing customers with outstanding service and a quality repair experience. We have been serving Eufaula and the surrounding areas for over 20 years and have earned a reputation as being a premier collision repair center. Precision Body Works uses environmentally friendly PPG water-based paint and also offers 24-hour record service as well as top-of-the-line accessories from such brands as Cam Locker, Ranch Hand, Retrax, Weston, and WeatherTech. We are located at 1210 North Eufaula Avenue or call us at 334-687-4700.
So, Doug, if you look at the overall in the first half, it just really wasn't, what you'd expect from Eufaula. We kind of totaled up some stats, and once again, folks, with what we're having to work with here, they should be pretty close, but maybe not 100%. But in the first half, Eufaula ran 26 plays. We have them at 85 positive yards on the evening. 5 first downs, 3 penalties for 20 yards against Eufaula. For Andalusia, they ran 33 offensive plays, 197 yards of offense in the first half, 10 first downs, 5 penalties against Andalusia for 25 yards. But really the story tonight has been the line of scrimmage where the Tigers have just not been able to have any answers, Doug, for the defensive front or the offensive line for Andalusia as they've reestablished the line of scrimmage. I mean, one of the ways to really kind of the play that kind of epitomized the first half is their running back number 4 got hit rather than the line of scrimmage. He got turned around and he backed up, went backwards for 5 yards down here prior to their second offensive touchdown. Their second offensive touchdown, their third offensive touchdown of the night before the quarterback took it in for a 7-yard run. But, Tigers only had 22 yards of offense prior to the last possession. The last possession, if you want to look for a silver lining on the way the second half, the halftime ended, Eufaula ran 9 plays for 63 positive yards on that last possession. 3 of the 5 first downs came on the last possession, Doug. Prior to the last possession, Eufaula was 1 of 10 passing, according to my stats, for 12 yards and a pick 6. So one of the touchdowns for Andalusia came on an interception return for touchdown. On that last possession, McCoy was 3 of 6 for 42 yards. Would have been 4 of 7 for 49 yards, but a holding penalty kind of put the stop on that drive. The Tigers seemed like they had something going, had a chance to possibly put points on the board before the halftime, Doug, but that holding penalty really stopped the drive. But Tigers trail 21-0 here at halftime. And, we don't know, I guess we could always go back through and look. We don't have any way of researching it easy, but what is the largest comeback in Eufaula history?
Ooh, that's kind of hard to say. Trying to think off the top of my head. I don't know that we've ever been down this far, this many too fast.
I don't know. Yeah, I know. We'll have to think about that. If anybody's out there listening, they may can jump on the internet and see if they can find the answer. But, it would probably be, if not the largest, it would rank right up there with the largest comeback of the Tigers could somehow or another turn this game around. But halftime adjustments are going to be very important. We saw the halftime adjustments at Russell County second week of the season. Tigers came out and won the second half 21-7. So it would take a greater difference than that. We outscored Russell County 14 points in the second half in that game. It would take a greater difference than that here tonight. But certainly the Tigers capable if they could just turn things around here tonight. Well,
we just got to start by making, getting something happen, getting into the end zone, and the defense has got to, come out. The Andalusia going to receive the second half kickoff. Start with a 3 and out. That'd be a. I'd take a 4 or 5 and out at this point. Just something. Get the ball back to the offense. Give them a chance to make something work.
Well, there's not been a 3 and out so far tonight for Eufaula.
Defensively.
Yeah, defensively. What I'm saying is the defense has not forced one. And, it was really a flurry there in the first quarter. The pick 6, and then Andalusia scored on the next 2 offensive possessions to take that 21-point lead. It happened so fast. And then the Tigers actually stopped Andalusia on their 4th possession, and their 5th possession was right before halftime. And Eufaula, had they had a timeout or two, they would have forced a punt from Andalusia on that last possession.
I know Jimmy had a chance to talk to some coaches and people at half. Jimmy, I don't know if they're making a quarterback change or what changes. Did you find out anything that might be interesting to look out for the second half?
No, not really. Just, trying to get Ty to settle down and just not make such a quick decision as far as what read he's watching and watching, letting the play develop and then make the throw. Just talking to some people in general, it just kind of looks like they've got stars in their eyes. So I guess the stadium kind of – but we've been in bigger venues than this. I mean, this team played in Enterprise last year and, with Tonka this year, Russell County. I mean, we've been in some big venues. So.
Well, was anything discussed about the line of scrimmage? Because that was really where the breakdown started. The Tigers only rushed for less than 30 yards in that first half. That's going to be a pooch kick that's going to be down at the 32-yard line.
And again, they go after Wingate.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's all about the last few weeks.
I don't know what that's about, though. Why they're going after those guys. But, yeah, the main thing that anybody discussed about the lines looked like they were just standing up, coming straight up off the ball instead of firing out. And I think they'll get that fixed pretty easy. It looked like they did on that last drive.
We'll see. Andalusia will start from their own 32-yard line, 1st and 10, to start this second half.
Andalusia has 2 huddles. They have, I guess the line is out here standing about the 27-yard line. Now the backs, receivers, and quarterback make their way in. 1st and 10, Andalusia from the 32-yard line. You follow the 4-man front. Andalusia apparently changing the play as quarterback. For the first time, though, we see only 2 backs in the backfield instead of 3. So they're going to hand it to that tailback as he comes around the left side, and right away he's into the end zone, and he's going to go all the way for a touchdown. 68 yards, 1 play. It was a different look for Andalusia coming out of halftime And we said we'd know pretty fast, and we certainly did.
One of the Andalusia defenders just took out the official. I don't know what that was all about. He just ran right into him. I mean, there was no – I don't know why he would even run into him. He wasn't even looking and just ran right over.
Yeah, going to celebrate, I guess. And Andalusia actually came out, like you said, a little different set, but as they looked across the line of scrimmage, they saw Eufaula defense had made an adjustment. It was a four-man front. The linebackers a little bit different position. They got the play from the sideline and readjusted, shifted over to the left-hand side, and that shift, Eufaula did not shift to follow, and they just busted it right at us, and they're up another touchdown.
Well, this is certainly going to raise some eyebrows when people see this score around the state. Eufaula easy work of Greenville last week, 38-0, and really it was 24-0 at halftime. The Tigers came out and punched a couple of quick ones in the third quarter, and then played everyone and ran the clock. 38-0, not a good ride, 100 miles home from Greenville last week. Looking like a long ride home from Andalusia tonight as the Tigers trail 28-0 with 11:46 to go here in the third quarter play. And quite frankly, Doug, if you looked at physicality and the size of the teams, the team they played last week was much, much larger than the team that we're playing tonight.
I was just watching down on the sideline. I know it's not on camera, but Coach Jernigan's paying a visit to the defensive tent after that first play.
You see, that's something we haven't seen this year. We haven't seen the defensive breakdowns like we're seeing in this game. And that's really what's been, the defense really kept the team in the Wetumpka game. Had the defense had the kind of night at Wetumpka that we're having tonight, it could have been a similar story.
It's just total lack of concentration or preparation or something here. Tigers not hitting on anything tonight.
So there's a deep kickoff. It's going to come down to Steele at the 7-yard line. Steele bringing up the near side. He's looking for blocks. He's going to find a couple, but he's going to finally be hit pretty hard at the 25-yard line.
We're doing something a little different on kickoff. We got two guys real deep, and everybody else is probably within the 15. I don't know if they're expecting an onside little pooch kick or something, but it seems to be throwing off the return. We've seen a few of them tonight, as much as they've scored. Eufaula's blocking to start with, but by the time our guy gets the ball deep and returns it back, they're off the blocks.
11:40 to go here in the third quarter. They're going to hand it off to Wright. Dylan Wright for the first time tonight with some running room as he crosses the 30 up around the 33-yard line. That'll be an 8-yard gain. So the Tigers come up on 2nd down and 2. McCoy's going to take it. He's going to throw it. It's going to be complete. Nice reception. Nice catch up near the 40. So they will give him the 40. It is a 7-yard completion.
That was a nice catch and a nice throw. He threw it into some thick area right past the linebacker and in front of the cornerback. But it was complete.
Jaden Howard, a sophomore receiver on that reception. 1st and 10 Tigers. Going to be a quick pass again. Torian Slaughter on the reception.
He still does not look off, Keith. If you'll notice some folks at home when you watch, McCoy is looking at his receiver. The linebacker actually watched him that time for Andalusia number 5. He watched which way McCoy's head turned as soon as he got the ball, and that's the way he went, and he was right there to make the tackle.
2nd and 6. McCoy's going to throw it late. It's up, and good thing that pass was high because it would have been another interception and possibly another pick 6 as number 3 was breaking in front of the receiver, and there was nobody from Eufaula on that side of the field. It would have been a foot race.
Yeah, look, number 10 checks out for Eufaula. I thought we didn't send anybody in, but we did. We're going to have twin receivers on both sides.
3rd down 6 for the 44-yard line. Possession played, maybe 4-down territory. Going to throw it. It's going to be high, way high, and incomplete.
Well, a famous basketball player from Andalusia, Alabama, Robert Ory, couldn't have got up high enough to get that one, as that was super overthrown out about the 45-yard line. Tigers will have to punt. 4th and about 7.
So that minute, 32 seconds off the clock on that possession. You look promising for a moment. There's a flag down. It's probably got a procedure on Eufaula as that fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It's going to be a procedure, I think, on Eufaula. They'll give him 5 yards on the end of that kick.
Well, we're thinking, I see our coaching staff keeping them out there. They, like you said, if anything, they'll decline it because that was probably one of the shorter punts that we produced tonight. But Andalusia is going to – I do not like those, Keith. Either decline it or whatever, but to add it on to the next play, I've really never agreed with, especially on a change of possession.
It was a 29-yard punt, so after the 5-yard penalty, only nets 24 yards on the exchange.
Right about, let's see, they were at the 32 last time. They were 33. They broke it off for a 68-yard, I think, last time run from here. Took one play. We'll see if the Tigers can change something up on defense and try to confuse these Bulldogs.
Basically the same place that they started from before. As you said, they were 1 yard further down the field. Handoff, good big hit that time. Good job by the Tiger defense. Number 97 came across Xavier Dennis. Made a nice tackle that time.
Dennis with a great tackle that time. He fought off the blocker and one-on-one. They've been, Andalusia's been winning the one-on-one battles and driving the Tigers back. But that time Dennis said no way, and he took him backwards.
Second and a long 8. They did spotted the ball about 2 yards. Back to the field. They hand off and that
one was with a high snap with the quarterback hand. He was barely able to hold on to it. Threw the time off just a little bit, and the Tigers were able to get there. Maybe a hard gain or something. Wrong.
3rd and 7. Andalusia. Well, this will be the first 3 and out of the night of the game for them. And it's taking a long time. 15 seconds in the huddle, breaking the huddle now with 12 on the play clock. Heavy set. They're going to hand it to the running back.
They're not really having a guard against him running with the ball. They're trying to protect him, it looks like.
Well, why run him at this point? It's 28 until the Tiger offense shows some kind of signs of life and they can put some points on the board. Here goes the punt. It's a one-step punt this way. It's going to get hit and take a neutral bounce. It's going to take a slight Andalusia bounce and go out of bounds at the 36-yard line. That's where Eufaula will take over for their 8th possession of the night. Tigers still shut out this game. 28-0 is the score here in the third quarter. With 7:54 to go in the third quarter. It's 21-0 if you tune in late at halftime. Andalusia ran one play in the second half. That was a 68-yard touchdown run, pretty much so untouched off left tackle. McCoy takes a shotgun snap. He's going to throw it quick. It is dropped. Trying to run. I thought it was the sophomore great catch earlier. That was an easy catch. And just didn't look it all the way in. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, good throw that time by McCoy. Hit him in the hands, but unable to gather in. 2nd and 10 for the Tigers. I was watching our right side of the line that time was retreating from the snap of the ball, I guess, pass blocking. But doesn't give McCoy much time.
McCoy dropping back, looking to throw. He's gonna pull it down and be sacked now.
He stepped up in the pocket. With McCoy's speed, he needs to roll out earlier. He's been able to see better rolling out. He stepped up in the pocket, nowhere to go that time. And I'm not going to call a name or a number. We had a lineman that time. We're fortunate we didn't get for holding, but he meant his man was not going to go back there and be in on that tackle.
So play lost 4 yards. It's 3rd and 14. Tigers still being shut out in this game. 28-0. McCoy, once again, he steps up in the pocket and he steps right back up into the pressure. And now, granted, he doesn't have a whole lot of time as Andalusia is just coming all out. And it's going to be another sack. Lost yardage back inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. To Doug, I think the best starting field position of the night, the 36-yard line. The Tigers go backwards to the 29. They lose 7 yards. And Alvarez has been a busy man. He's in the punt once again. Barely gets that one off. End over end kick that hits at the 41-yard line. Takes a neutral bounce. Actually takes a Andalusia bounce back to the 43-yard line. So from where Eufaula took that ball over, Doug, that's only 21 yards difference in field position from where Eufaula snapped that ball to start.
Well, Keith, I'm going to aggravate some folks, and I really don't care. Y'all know me, but folks, we're doing the best we can. We come down here. You don't have a lot of options on the internet. Verizon has very little. Matter of fact, you can't even connect with Verizon. The other camera system is set up on Verizon. The split screen, that's why we can't show it very much. We are on the B system with the other cameras. That's all we can do. And complaining about it don't do nothing but make us want to load up on the bus and come home. So we're doing the best we can. If you don't like it, don't watch it. That's all I can tell you. We appreciate our sponsors, and we're doing all we can to bring it to you. We don't have, Andalusia's not going to give us DSL and a hookup like we have at our home games. So it is what it is. We are down here in a rural area that doesn't have good cell coverage, and when you're trying to broadcast a TV screen, there's only so much you can do with it. But we do appreciate those that understand that and appreciate what we try to do.
So, Andalusia with a 2nd down and 4. They hand it off. Running back turns the corner. He is all the way for a touchdown. 51 yards.
It's almost like we came down here and played a team that we hadn't heard about. I mean, like you talk about common opponents. My goodness gracious, you thought Eufaula would be in this one to have a chance. I don't know, Keith. I can't say what it is. It's more than just being down and maybe not as prepared, but Andalusia's, I want to say, playing the game of the year, but I don't know. We haven't seen them play that much, but going by other teams, this is just totally unexpected.
It really is unexpected. Once again, Greenville, the team that Eufaula shut out 38-0 last week, had a 24-0 lead in the first half against this team before Andalusia came back to win 26-24. And but Doug, they did lose last week, 28-12 at Charles Henderson. Sometimes coming off a loss is not when you want to catch a team like Andalusia, who has a proud history. They have a losing record right now in the season. They're 3-4, but certainly barring some miracle, they'll be 4-4 after tonight's action. And Eufaula will be 4-4. Be identical records heading out of this one. Identical records, but Andalusia will be ahead in the region.
Well, yeah, and with Charles Henderson beating them last week, Andalusia will be pulling for Eufaula to beat Charles Henderson to make it a 3-way tie. But I don't know. It looks like Eufaula's shaping up for that number 4 slot right now, and that means they would be traveling to play number 1 seed in the Region 4 first round of the playoffs.
Well, it's been the rushing attack for Andalusia that's really been the Tigers' undoing tonight.
As I hear our coaching staff fussing about being offsides, they have been all night, no call.
And a great return by Zakai Steele out across the 40 to the 43-yard line as he has played
We
hard.
just got a flag. Number 5 come up. We had Eufaula Tiger and one of theirs tangled up on the ground. And number 5 came and kind of helped out his teammate a little bit. He didn't do nothing but push the guy back down, but they drew a flag. from the head official. So the best, actually picked it up and put it back in his pocket. Let's see if he's going to call it or not. I'd say it would kill the best return we've had on a kickoff here tonight. That would be a 15-yard penalty as they pick up the ball and they're fixing to mark it off against the Tigers. He does not want to come over and tell Coach Jernigan. He's telling the side judge to tell him. We saw it. It was, I'm going to tell you what, if the play earlier, Jimmy, was not a personal foul when they shoved him out of bounds, that sure wasn't. Should have been a personal foul. Takes it back to the 29-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will be 1st and 10.
The 1st and 10 for the 29, 35-0 is the score. Handoff to Jalen Wright, and no gain on the play. Maybe a yard. Let's see where they spot it down. They're spotting him right at the 30, so that's going to be a gain of a yard on the play.
Bring up 2nd and 9. Tigers just trying to make something happen here. As still in the 3rd quarter, but a long way down. Here you just want to try to work out some of the problems and make something positive happen. Put some points up on the board. McCoy looks over the defense.
McCoy looking to throw. He gets hit. He throws it complete to Zakai Steele, who is going to be driven backwards. It'll be a gain of 8 yards on that play. It's going to be about a yard short of his first down. They spotted at the 38-yard line.
A little bit short, but like you said, a good job. We had a receiver, number 2, running down the sideline. That was Slaughter, who McCoy didn't have time to see him breaking in front of Eufaula bench. He was all by himself. It would have been 6 if we could have got it to him, but it brings up 3rd and 1.
Quick throw to Wright. Wright fighting for yardage. Wright is not going to make the first down. He does not make it. It looked like he would make it to begin with. They're going to give him a pretty decent spot. They spotted him right at the 39-yard line. So
that should be a first down. It was touching the 39 when we started and going forward, and that's about where it was there. So you felt like it was good. Just the back end of the football touching the 39. First down, Tigers from there.
First down, they're going to throw it complete. It's going to be a gain of 6 yards.
Keith, that was a good play, good yardage there, but I believe if Howard would have broke it to the outside, actually that fake handoff up in the middle by McCoy to Wright drew the defense to the far side. But when Howard got it, he turned it right back into that defense, pursuing defense.
McCoy going to run a quarterback draw this time. He's kind of finding some yards. He will have the first down as he's going to go across midfield down to about the 48-yard line. So that's a 7-yard gain. And another first down. That's the second first down of this possession.
It's getting awful chippy out there too, Jimmy.
Yeah, and the officials, of course, are not throwing flags.
Right there, Andalusia comes up and shoves late.
Yeah.
At more than what happened on the kickoff for a 15-yard penalty for them, and he's just going to stop and warn both sides. That should have been 15 yards against Andalusia going by the last penalty.
Instead of throwing the flag, he pushed the Andalusia player away and took him out of the danger of getting a penalty. So
first down for the Tigers in Andalusia territory.
McCoy takes it to 48. He's going to throw a pass that's low, intended for Torian Slaughter. They're going to throw another flag here.
I missed that one. What do they call holding or something? It was in Tiger backfield.
It's going to be a personal foul on somebody. I'm not sure who.
Well, he's fussing at the Eufaula folks. Apparently going to be against the Tigers. I'm all right. After the last play,
that's ridiculous.
Eufaula's fans, which we have a lot here tonight. Good traveling crowd by the Tigers, does not like this at all.
So that's going to be a 15-yard penalty, the second 15-yard penalty on this possession against Eufaula. Hey, and just to give you some perspective, Doug, I have three of the linemen up there. Number 6 for some reason is not on the roster, but
yeah, he's talking to both sides. I'm sorry, Keith. Go ahead.
I was going to say 3 of the guys now they've actually substituted. 56 is not on the roster. 55, the man with the extra cushion on his headgear, he is only 5'7", 175. There's a pass on a slant. Going to pick up short yardage of about 3 yards up to the 40. That'll bring up third down extremely long to 3rd and 22.
So one of the Andalusia players came in on that huddle just then and hit his own player, number 12, and hurt his own player. He was trying to hit our guy and missed and hit 12.
Yeah, I see 12 limping. He's going to be right safety, right corner for them. Looks like he's got a knee issue.
McCoy drops back. He's getting pressured. Got to let this one fly. He throws it. It's caught. Zakai Steele is going to pick up the first down. He takes it all the way down to the 30-yard line.
He took a shot from 3 Andalusia players. Steele slow, and one of the Andalusia players slow getting up. That's actually, I think, number 12 who got hit on the play before for Andalusia. So the Tigers have a player down. Andalusia has a player down. We'll be back after this quick commercial timeout.
Benny Whitehead Incorporated has called Eufaula home since 1965. Today, the family-owned business owns and operates 119 tractors and trailers and employs over 150 people. Benny Whitehead is nationally known as a leader in safety and keeping the air clean and fuel consumption low. Benny Whitehead Incorporated loves Eufaula and would like to wish Lakeside and Eufaula safe and successful seasons.
Somebody cannot come to us, we go to them. It's something that we do on a regular basis, something we don't mind doing, and we work on a contingency basis.
No one has to pay us any money up front.
They do not have to pay us unless we collect for them, unless we are successful in resolving their case through a settlement or through trial.
They don't have to pay us any money unless we get favorable results for them. If you're hurt in a car wreck, call Penn and Seaborn. It won't cost you anything to see if we can help.
No representation is made that the quality of the legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Back in Andalusia, where Eufaula still has a player down on the field, Keith, I'm going to tell you, we talked about it getting a little chippy out there. There's a mom that was up here in the sideline. They want a personal foul. Let her get down there and give that official a piece of her ear. Jimmy noticed something about something Andalusia did there. That, if nothing else, that had a lot of fire under the Tigers and maybe make something happen here. But Steele made a great catch there. He was hit by 3 Andalusia players all at the same time, and he's going to get up and come off the field under his own power. Took a big shot, all 4 of them hit. Steele was the only one left standing, and he was able to run another, 5 or 8 yards or so before they got him down, and just a little slow getting up there for the Tigers.
Yeah, when you look, we're looking at sizes. You follow the big size advantage on the line of scrimmage. There's no reason other than a quickness advantage that Andalusia would be able to put this kind of pressure. You look at it, you would think Eufaula should run the ball straight at Andalusia, but McCoy's going to throw a pass. It's tipped, but it's caught.
Goodness gracious.
That's got to be a horse collar.
Yeah, that was a horse collar tackle. He grabbed him up high. That pass was complete once again to the sophomore receiver. We haven't seen a lot of him this year. We've seen him a little bit, but he's played a good bit here in the second half. That is Jaden Howard.
He was talking about the young man that has the concussion helmet on, short guy playing nose tackle. Keith, I've watched him a lot tonight. Side to side, he may be a little fella, but he hustles the whole time. He's playing sideline to sideline.
So that play was snapped from the 30-yard line. It was a short pass because they've got it at the 28-yard line. It looked like more of a game than that. It was only a 2-yard game, but now it's going to be a 15-yard penalty assessed. We're still in the third quarter. There is a minute, 1 second to go in the third quarter. It is 35-0.
Well, I noticed earlier them trying to give us sideline warnings as the head official is going to walk in there. Jimmy, I can tell you right now, you're not supposed to be inside the 25-yard line. You can look over and see it marked off. I can see Andalusia's got 1, 2, 3, 4 coaches past there and on the edge of the field. No warnings for them.
McCoy takes a snap. He's going to throw a fade pass in the end zone. He has Slaughter out there. I don't know if that may have just been kind of misplayed by Slaughter as he turned all the way around that time. McCoy threw it up towards the sideline. It was kind of a fade route in the end zone, and they did not make the connection. Second down.
Timing a little off there, just not working there, but still it'll be second down and 10 for the Tigers in the red zone, I guess, first time tonight.
Yep, 4 first downs on this possession for Eufaula. It'll be second down and 10 from, I guess that's the 13-yard line of Andalusia. McCoy's going to throw a slant pass that's complete inside the 5. It'll be first and goal. It should be right at, well, maybe that's a 9-yard gain. We'll see where they spot it down.
That's 4.
Tigers running in the heavy set here. Oh, they do say a first down. So 10-yard gain on that play. So Tibian Lamont's making his way in. There's a heavy set going to try to run this in on Andalusia here at the goal line.
Keith, they're actually going to take a timeout. I thought the official was fixing. We had a number 9 running on late, and he took his helmet off as he started on the field from the sideline. Looked like he adjusted his hair back or did something, and then he put it on. He was still 20 yards from the huddle, and I thought the official was fixing to make him go back out for having his hat off or something set out of play. But he thought better of it, let him go in. But Andalusia's going to burn a timeout here trying to keep the shutout on the board against the Tigers. Be good to see if the Tigers can get it in here. They do have Wingate, who's very good at onside kicks. He's very good at directional kicks. And maybe they could get it back and make this thing interesting. I can tell you what, we were talking about the largest comeback ever by the Tigers. If we came back from 35-0, it would definitely be the largest comeback.
35-0 in the basically a quarter because it's there's 10 seconds left to go here in the third quarter of play.
There's something with the moon anyway after what happened in Nashville last week. Anything's possible.
So first and goal from the 4-yard line. Tigers stay in that heavy set to the right. Under center goes McCoy.
They jumped.
They are signaling offsides on the defense. You know, Doug, I kind of like the tush push from here.
Oh, absolutely. That's awful hard to stop nowadays.
It was the 4th penalty of this possession. 2 against Eufaula, 2 15-yarders against Eufaula. Now 2 penalties against Andalusia.
Yeah, that one was good for about, 3/4 of a yard, maybe something.
Here we are, though. First and goal now, about the 2-yard line. Going to toss it, trying to sweep the right side. Right is going to take it into. He's down. He's down at the 1, they say.
He's laying in the end zone, but apparently his knee might have touched before.
And that's the final play of the third quarter. So Tigers will head to the fourth quarter trailing by a score of 35-0, but they'll have second and goal inside the 1-yard line when we come back after this commercial break.
Of all the improvements you can make to your home, it could be the most important is not seen or heard, only felt. The ultra-quiet, energy-efficient Carrier Infinity Home Comfort System provides premium comfort with a whole home air purifier that gives you confidence you're breathing healthier air. It's an essential part of any healthy home.
Hey Tiger fans, Daniel Pulley here, your local Chick-fil-A Eufaula owner-operator. We are proud to be the official sponsor for the Eufaula Tiger Coaches Show. Be sure to join us for the live show every Thursday night at 6 p.m. Our incredible team is ready to serve you. And don't forget, eat more chicken.
We're back in Andalusia with the Tigers trying to punch it in the end zone for the first time tonight. They'll have it. Second goal from inside the 1 yard line. And as we said, they trail 35-0. Just kind of a scratch your head kind of game here in Andalusia. The Tigers have a chance to really take a big step towards wrapping up the second playoff spot in the home playoff game for the first round. And barring a big miracle, the Tigers will be on the road more than likely. Still could be a three-way tie, and we go to tiebreakers. And that's the one the Tigers were to beat Charlton in 2 weeks. Tie formation once again. It's going to be a quarterback sneak by McCoy. That's it. McCoy for the touchdown. First play of the fourth quarter still has 12 minutes left on the clock. Still quarter, no time for the Tigers. That's just as good as scoring on the last play of the third quarter. 12 minutes left to go. Within 29 with the 4.5 touchdown forthcoming. So for the RW Wingate point after touchdown, Cooper Wingate into the game. Tigers lined up in the kind of salt and pepper formation. They will now shift over to kick their session point. There's a snap. There's a placement. The kick's up by Wingate. The kick is good. So 35-7 is the new score. And with 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
As a start.
Well, Doug, if somehow or another, it's been two long touchdown runs by Andalusia here in the second half, two missed assignments on the Tiger defense. Without those two plays, you might have a little hope down 21-7 at this point, but still a 28-point hold in trying to dig out of.
And then the offense gave them one early, the pick six. It's just mistakes, not – I don't know. It's hard to adjust on the fly. By the time we got adjusted, we were several touchdowns down, but it's good to see the Tigers fight back. Had to get a little chippy for them to do it, but they did.
So no shutout tonight, thankfully. Tigers look to try to. They still have 12 minutes left to go here. Do you possibly see an onside kick?
No, we got our deep kicker in, and they're not back deep enough for him if he hits it good.
There'll be Salas to keep the ball off. He will boot it away. It's a deep kick. It's going to come down though and go out of bounds.
Look at this. Jimmy got the camera on him, but they've had a headhunter all night. This time it's Ben Wingate. He just goes down the field, not trying to be a part of the play as our kickers, and they just tee off on them over and over.
Yeah, they're staying back. Our kickers are staying back to kind of be a safety in the whole shooting match, and all of a sudden the guy just flies down the field and tries to take their head off. I mean,
I guess there's Wingate on the ground earlier giving him the business and no flag, but we've seen that a couple of times this year. I don't know what our kickers, maybe on social media or something, making somebody mad.
I guess it's still a live player. I mean, I guess it's legal, but if you want to call unnecessary roughness, that looks like unnecessary roughness.
So first and 10 in Andalusia from the 35-yard line. They'll hand it off to the running back, who's going to be met right there by Kevion Lamont. He has help from number 92 coming in to put him down, Josiah Peterson, and that will be a loss. Actually, they're going to say no gain on the play. So
Good job by Lamont. He's a great defensive end and just stepped up that time. And just showed his strength. A lot of times you don't realize the strength when they tackle him high like that, a hard tackle a running back, but he did a good job of throwing him backwards for no gain.
Second down and 10. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. He's going to look to throw this time. He's going to pull it down. He's still keeping his eyes downfield. He's going to throw it late, and he throws it. It is complete.
I don't think he was throwing it to that receiver. I think he overthrowed the receiver he was trying to go to and wound up with a long completion as the deep receiver came back just in time to gather it in. So from the 35.
32 yards.
He thought about running that, but as he ran out, you could tell he was still a little slow from the shot he took in his leg earlier in the game. And just fortunate there is like I said, I really think he overthrew his receiver, but the deep receiver came back just in time to get it.
So 1st and 10 from the 32. They hand it off to the running back once again. He's going to pick up, my goodness, a pile of moves like a rugby scrum inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. So that's going to be about 6 yards on the game once they spot it down.
There again, like we talked about earlier, Keith, must be different. They don't teach them to take a knee and fill that hole.
8 yards on that play.
As Andalusia has done an exceptional job of pushing the Tigers off the line of scrimmage.
Going to hand it off inside, and it's going to be another Andalusia first down inside the 25, down around the 23. Down to the 22-yard line. So, Doug, we didn't mention it earlier, but Andalusia really with old school uniforms. You've got the piping on the jersey sleeve, right around the end of right on the edge of the shoulder pad, and you've got the stripes down the pants. These uniforms could have been popular 40 years ago. Handoff up the middle. This time they're going to bring him down after maybe a gain of a yard.
That time, if the quarterback would have kept it around left end, he was wide open. But the Tigers, I think, have realized with his kind of banged up leg, he's not going to keep it very much, and did a good job of concentrating and keeping him from. And there's a flag. They tried to draw the Tigers off sides, but they jumped themselves. They're saying motion, which would be against. And the official's looking back like, are you sure it's not off sides? But he is saying so. Apparently, Andalusia got caught in its own mousetrap that time as they jump off sides, and it cost them 5 yards.
So the 5-yard walk-off against Andalusia, but Doug, the clock continues to roll here as we're under 9 minutes to go in the game. Eufaula trailing 35-7. So they hand it off once again straight up the middle, and he picks up maybe 2 yards on the play. I've never seen a running back backing through the middle of the interior of the line as much as I've seen it tonight.
Either they got some of those kidney pads or whatever they're called on there, or they hadn't been popped by an oncoming safety very many times. That's something you usually don't have to teach them not to do.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, they really haven't paid a price for it at all tonight that I've noticed. So 3rd down and about 12. They hand it off around the end, and he breaks the tackle, gets thrown out of bounds. It's a pretty nice game on the play. Down inside the 20-yard line, down around the 18-yard line.
It'll be interesting as he goes out of bounds there, Keith. If they would have stayed up 35-0 in high school ball, that's a running clock, but it's a 35-7, so it shouldn't be. But we'll see here as it brings up 4th and a manageable 6 for the Bulldogs.
About a 5-yard gain on that last play. 7:45 on the clock, and I guess it was a timeout by Andalusia here.
Yeah, they took a timeout.
You know, I don't know. They've got a good kicker. And I mean,
I didn't notice some warm-ups at all. But, you know, it's about that range right there that, I mean, that's not even a long field goal for even a high school kicker. The worst part of that kick is being on the right hash.
That's right. They're up 35-7.
The biggest thing their goal here was to burn some clock, and they have done that.
Under 8 minutes to go in the game, and they do bring the kicker in. It'll be a 35-yard field goal from the right hash mark.
Number 1, little attempt for, I tell you, Keith, he's taking an extra step, too. He's back there a long way. If the Tigers gets a penetration, he's got a 5-yard attempt, which put him slow to get to the ball. We didn't rush it.
Here's the field goal. Looked to be wide right, and the officials confirmed wide right. Plenty of leg on it, but he just did not pull it back inside the upright on that right hash mark kick.
Yeah, we didn't get a bigger rush there. Usually it's one on a field goal attempt, and you don't have a lot of times, but he backed up far enough then that it was like almost like a kickoff start. He had 5 yards into the ball, but fortunately for the Tigers, it was wide. So they bring the ball back out to the center of the field on a missed attempt. It'll go back to the 20-yard line. So Tigers lose a couple of yards there, probably on the line of scrimmage. 1st and 10.
Going to throw it. It's going to be caught. Bernie Smith in the open field. He will be spun down at the 46-yard line. So that's a quick gain of 26, his first reception of the night. A nice throw that time by McCoy. He hit Smith on stride. 1st and 10 from the 26. McCoy's going to throw a pass.
Right
straight to the second pick six of the night.
There's a flag. Before he crossed that end zone, that flag came out back here to 38 as one of their players. It was either number 6 or number 5. Threw a cheap block on a Tiger that was nowhere right here in front of the Eufaula bench or Eufaula sideline, and it was before he crossed the goal line. Keith, that should come back as that was 50 yards away from the play.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ran right up the back of one of our offensive linemen, Juan Martinez. He just run over him, just uncalled for.
Yeah, blindsided him way away from the play, and I think that's going to cost him the pick 6, but McCoy threw it right to him, and it was an easy pick 6. Fortunately, not a wise decision by it was either number 5 or 6 for Andalusia. They called it a blindside block, but yeah, it was Jimmy, I don't know, cheap shot's what I'd call it.
Either way, the interception is going to stand. So Tigers run 2 plays before giving it back over to Andalusia.
I know we aren't supposed to say things like this, but back in y'all's day and in my day, somebody would find 5 and look him up on this play right here for doing something like that.
I'm not sure their coaching staff's fussing. They were trying to say Eufaula thought it retained the ball, and no, it should be Andalusia's ball. It was definitely after the interception, but it was before he crossed the goal line. So it's Andalusia's ball after the penalty.
So 1st and 10 for Andalusia from their 47-yard line is where they'll snap it. 7:06 to go in the contest. Andalusia leads 35-7. Handoff. And
I tell you, we've seen, I don't know what it is tonight, Keith, but a lot of, just me, looks like we've had a lot of tackling. We're not hitting the guys low. We're not hitting them in the chest. We're not hitting them in the waist. We're grabbing them up top like a calf tackle or something and wrestling them down, and they're just gaining another 3-4 yards. We're trying to tackle them up around the shoulders, and that's a no-no. 2nd and 1 for Andalusia.
there's the handoff up left side. He'll have good yardage once again inside the 40. He'll go down to the 38-yard line. And they snap that ball from the 44. It's going to be a gain of 6 yards on that play. Doug, it's just kind of been taken out behind the woodshed tonight because they've whipped us. They don't have much size on the line of scrimmage, folks. Look at the film. They're not nearly as big as the Tigers on either side of the ball, but they have just taken it to the Tigers tonight for whatever reasons.
Good play that time by Lamons and Ben Jackson, both on the tackle for maybe a yard loss there.
Yeah, loss of a yard on that play. Clock continues in motion.
Merrill giving us an update. Greenville 16, Carroll 6 in the third. 5A Region 2.
Handoff. And finally someone goes low and takes him down after a gain of a couple of yards.
Late flag as Andalusia, actually number 3's just spun his player off, and he's giving him number 2 a hard time. Apparently he did something in the Eufaula secondary. If you go by the way Andalusia acts and they send him out, it was something Andalusia did. I did not see a Eufaula player retaliate. I didn't see him do anything to start with. This should go against Andalusia. And that was after the play, so it will not get the play over.
I heard them say it more than one time. One of the fans out there saying they've been doing that all night.
I concur.
Somebody we haven't seen on offense tonight. I don't know if he's injured or what, but Terry Denard. I don't remember seeing him on the field at all tonight. Good-looking sophomore running back. So third down, extremely long now. The first down comes inside the 30-yard line. They're back in their own end of the field. They'll hand it off, and running back almost broke free that time as he's already had it taken at 68 yards for a touchdown tonight. That time he took it forward for about 8 yards.
Should bring up fourth down and about 16 or 17 for the Bulldogs as they get back in Tiger territory there.
I think they're just going to run this down, and they do send the punt team in. They're going to have to hurry with 15 seconds on the play clock. Eufaula is sending their punt return team in, but there's only 10 seconds on the play clock.
Slaughter going back deep for the Tigers instead of Steele.
Yep, I see his Slaughter. He'll get back about the 10. There's a flag as they snap it. I'm not sure if somebody was not set or offsides. Kick's going to go out of bounds on the Andalusia side, but we'll see what the flag is here.
I don't think Andalusia was set.
Yeah, they said motion.
I think they'll make them kick it again.
Yeah, they're going to add that on to, I saw him pointing like adding it on to the end. Keith, I don't remember them adding. They've done that several times tonight. You back them up, make them kick it again, or you.
That's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
And that illegal formation, that penalty was a product of them making a late decision.
Yeah. They get a 25-second clock. It should not start until the snap of the ball after a motion penalty, but we'll see here as it's fourth and about 20 now for the Bulldogs. Ball at the Tiger 49-yard line. Play clock starts.
So there's a kick.
Better kick.
It's a better kick, and it's going to hit the ground. Slaughter gets away from it,
wow.
And it's going to work well against us. It's going to take it way down to about the 1 yard line.
Well, everything's been Andalusia's way tonight.
Yeah, when it rains, it pours, and we re-kick it, and we lose about 10 yards or so on the exchange. But I probably would have done the same thing. I think I would have made them re-kick it also. You just got to get up there and catch that ball if you can.
Yeah, you wanted to get it in Slaughter's hands, but when you let it hit the ground like that, it's that's definitely a possibility. It's usually going to bounce that way. Looks like Denard's in the backfield now, Keith, right after you called his name.
McCoy's going to scramble. He's going to run and slide down after a 5-yard gain.
Not something you'd normally see a quarterback do when he's down by 28 points.
Especially not when you're trying to get up your goal line. It's second down.
Jim, did you teach him that?
He picked up about 5 yards, but he had.
Did you teach him that?
He probably could have gotten close to his first down had he continued on. It's going to be second down in the pass now. It's going to be thrown incomplete.
And he just got rid of that one. It's a good thing it sailed out of bounds. There was 3 Andalusia Bulldogs that would have had a shot at it there as his receiver didn't see it was going to be short and just kept running. It's a good thing it went high and long. It'll bring up third down. And was that about 5 maybe?
Yeah. I still maintain I can't believe he slid on first down.
You remember he took a big shot last week at Greenville, so.
They hand it off to Denard. Denard does get his first down. He takes it up to the 20-yard line. So Denard picks up 14 quick yards.
That is the best run we've seen. Just, hey, I'm going north and south from the Tigers tonight.
That's why I was saying I didn't understand why he had not played prior to now. Certainly, Andalusia is not looking for the run right now, but that was a good, authoritative run. He had some room to run also. And just as we say that, he gets trapped in the backfield and goes down for a loss.
Yeah, the way they were flooding through on the line most of the night, you understood why we got caught in the backfield a lot of times. Just nowhere to go. But you figure sooner or later they'd pick the gap. Maybe that was what happened on the last play as Denard picked up a big play, but that time it was a loss of a yard.
There's a snap. McCoy drops back. He's going to run up. He's going to throw it late into the ground, which was the right play because there was really nowhere to throw it. It's been 3rd and 1. Didn't have time to get it downfield. He had an open Bernie Smith 40 yards down the field, but McCoy did not have time to set his feet and try to get that ball down the field.
Well, the Tigers will be back at home
2 weeks.
2 weeks from now. Won't be a coach's show next week. Won't be a game next week because the Tigers are out for, I think, the fall break this coming week.
It looked like we started the fall break early.
Yeah, we did.
There's a run up the middle once again. It's Denard. He's going to go forward for another first down. He picks up the 13 yards on that carry. You don't look now, Doug, but on one series, Denard may be the leading rusher for the Tigers tonight.
Well, I hate to say it, but the thought went through my mind, who's going to get the alpha player of the week this week? Is going to be Denard or the punter.
I really don't know. It's going to be a keeper by McCoy, and once again, we slide down. You know, I can't. Let me just say this, Doug, and I probably shouldn't. I'll probably get in trouble for saying this, but all right. I cannot imagine what Coach Cochran would have said in film study on Sunday if I'd have gone into a hook slide like that, running the option.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have had a chance to do it twice.
I just about bet you wouldn't have had.
The ball bounced back. Denard running hard. He's going to pick up a yard or two out to the 35-yard line. That's good. Going to just about do it, folks. There's 19 seconds left in this one. There are a couple of Tigers down the field that's going to stop the clock. That's kind of a bad situation. Denard is down there. Both
linemen. It was 51 and 70 something. They were both linemen that were down. One's done got up and headed to the sideline. The other one, I'm not sure if it's cramps or what. We'll see here. Just a few seconds left, and
yeah, when they get the players off the field, they're going to put this clock back in motion, and that'll wrap us up. Who would have thought it? 35-7. The Tigers are going down tonight, and Doug, with a young team, you never feel completely confident, but I felt pretty good coming down here today.
I did. I felt like we would Actually, you were correct, Keith. That was not a lineman. That was Denard. So looks like it may be an ankle or something, but he is up, and but he's limping off the field. So it's probably a good thing with some of the Tigers going down tonight with a few injuries that we have an off week coming up this week.
Yeah, and it's a big game. Maybe we respond like Andalusia responded when they played Charles Henderson. Charles Henderson, our next opponent, beat this team by 16 points last week.
Yeah, and if we were to beat Charles Henderson, I think it throws it into those three-way ties. And with losing to Booker T. Washington earlier in the year, I'm not sure how we would shape up in the ties.
Russell County probably is the best victory of all the.
Absolutely, yeah. They've had a very good year, and the Tigers played a good game that night against them. So a lot of the Tiger faithful getting up and as they'll just roll the clock here, and I think that'll be the end of the game. Not going to have to snap the ball again, and the Tigers will go down 35-7 tonight. Hats off to this Eufaula crowd that traveled down tonight. It's a long, over 2-hour drive down here, and not the best of roads to get here, but a good turnout by the Eufaula faithful to come support the Tigers here. The band definitely won the competition tonight between the two, that's for sure. But
you kind of hate it for the folks that traveled down here so far to kind of be disappointed a long trip home. But it was they got to see a nice facility, a nice stadium, and they hopefully they'll get to see a Tiger victory in 2 weeks when they're back home to play Charles Henderson. Not a whole lot left to say about this one, folks. It's a 35-7 defeat on the road in Andalusia. This overall series moves to 6 games, 6 wins for Eufaula, 4 wins for Andalusia. First victory in 50 years for Andalusia against Eufaula. They won decisively tonight. Both teams leave this game tonight with 4-4 records on the season. So, Doug, anything else?
All I can say is we'll be back in 2 weeks. We'll have our DSL Connect, so we should have a lot of our internet problems that we can do a thing in the world about solved by then, and we'll have a sideline reporter back hopefully by then. We'll put him to work.
That's right. And, of course, everyone, if you get on the internet, you look at the cell companies, cell service in general is just not what it was. It's been a problem in the last year or so for whatever reasons. I've asked several people. There's various opinions on it. There's more people than ever on the networks. They've been investing in 5G service. 4G service is not as good as it was. So for whatever reasons, we've had more technical issues with the data this year and taking precautions to try to prevent it from happening. But either way, we've had more issues. But as Doug said, we'll be at home next week with a dedicated hookup.
Yeah, if you could, you're basically relying on the cell companies. I promise you, if we could take a DSL or a direct line hookup and make it happen, we would do that. But you can't do that on the road. So you're limited to what you got to work with, and we do the best we can. And I'm sorry it's not perfect, but we don't have the I'm trying to remember the satellite trucks or whatever it is, like the TV stations that can broadcast it by satellite back, because if it's not internet, it's that. And it is frustrating when you come early, you set up, and you check everything out, you recheck everything. And I promise you folks, a lot of time you've heard of it, data stream, data available data. Things work real good when you set it up and when you get started, but just like your major universities, when everybody gets there and starts texting and filming and sending videos and using that data, it hurts your data. So we do the best we can. So
that's right. So 2 weeks from last night, we'll be playing Eufaula Coach Show.
Absolutely.
On Thursday night. 2 weeks from last night. 2 weeks from tonight, it'll be Eufaula senior night from Tiger State to tie up the homestand in Eufaula during the regular season against the Charles Henderson Trojans. For Jimmy Simmons, Doug Applin, I'm Keith Bryan. We mentioned John Williamson. He'll be back with us hopefully in 2 weeks. But from tonight in Andalusia, the Tigers fall 35-7. Until next time, go Tigers.